Panther Nation, what's good? Welcome back to Two Fans in the Stands. I am your favorite armchair GM, CJ.
And I am your favorite couch Scott extraordinaire, Tony. Come on, one time, cuzzo, what's popping?
Tired, bruh. Tired.
Yeah,
Tired.
I feel you. I'm
Hey,
tired. I'm. Go ahead, go ahead. All
now I was
right.
gonna say them kids went back to school, and my
Yeah.
wife hurt her knee, so I had to get it 5 something in the morning the past couple days, and just say that's been kicking my ass.
Oh, she good. She all right.
Yeah, she good. She good. She's supposed to be wearing a
Yeah.
little knee brace right now, but she around here walking like she 100%. So, I'm trying to get her to keep it on, but she being stubborn. She probably hear me talking about it right
Uh,
now too. So, but yeah, man, how you doing?
hey, you know me, man. I was dead tired the other night. Still kind of tired tonight, but that's a good tired.
I feel you.
Hey, just one of those things. When you start chasing chicken with a bone, it ends up like that. You know what I mean?
Start chasing chicken with a bone. Ah, Lord. Okay, you and
Yeah.
your sayings, man. You and your sayings, man. Hey, well, for everybody that's in here watching, welcome. As usual. All right. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. You can check us out on all social media at Two Fans in the Stands. You can also catch us at Twix. That's a mixture of Twitter and X, as we like to call it. You can catch us at Two Fans ITS right there. All right. So, a lot has happened since the last time we went live. And you
Yes,
know what?
sir.
And I'm getting ahead of myself. Before we get into that, let's go ahead in the comments here. All right, because it's a
Yeah.
couple people in particular already that you know, I'm gonna say something to here tonight. Antonio, what's going on, man? How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, Antonio?
Yes, like, subscribe, and share the stream, please. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Doug. Yeah, he's one though. We're gonna get to Doug here in a minute. He said, y'all make sure to come
Yeah.
and hit the like button for my big cuz CJ and Tony killed it tonight. Yes, sir. Here we
Yes,
go.
sir.
Here's the
Yes,
other one,
sir.
Mr. Hunky Dory, our other good buddy. Someone some day late. And we always got to be make it showy interest. Hey, let me tell you, Mr. Hunky Dory, I've been sitting here working on them darn slides for the last little bit trying to get them ready. That's why I'll be a little late. Let me see. And then here go Doug. Yeah, we here, Doug. We here. We
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Mr. Hunky Dory said podcast been lit all day. Y'all better bring it and top them all. Hey, now and I've listened to some of the podcasts today. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna top them all, but we gonna do what we do best, and we're gonna be Tony and CJ. Okay,
Already.
we
Already.
appreciate you though. Yes, sir. Josh say keep pounding. Hey,
What's going
there
on,
she go.
Josh?
There she go. She said she a good 85%.
Get better, Nella.
Yes, exactly. Yes, thank you. Wasn't serious. Look, she said at the moment. It sounds CJ got a bedtime right now, and don't blame me. Come back in. Man, let me tell you, whatever, Doug. All right, cha cha cha. What's going on, man? How you doing,
What's
buddy?
up, cha cha cha?
I good, buddy. Dig it. 26 watching, 9 likes. What the hell, people? Yes, exactly. What the hell? Go ahead and hit that like
What's
button
going
for
on,
us.
Dig It?
B Amos, yo, what's going on, dog? Big Walt, fellas, how we
Big
feeling? Hey,
Wall.
we gonna get into that in a second. We gonna get in a second. I'm
Yes,
here for
sir.
the slides. All right, okay. I got them for you, Dig. I got them for you, buddy. I got them.
Oh God.
Making true money. What's going on, fam? How you
MT.
doing, man?
What's going on, my
Antonio,
guy?
Panther Pride, keep pounding. Exactly, exactly. Hold on, I saw one more pop up here. Let me see if it's gonna come over here in the app here. Here we go. All right. Panther Fan 13 said, hey, fellas, hope you're having a great night. Yes, we are. Yes,
What's
we
up,
are.
Panther fan?
Mr. Hunky Dory said, I mess with you guys. I'm on a lot because I work from home for 2 different companies at different times. Dang. Oh,
Dang.
man. Whoa, hold on now. That's dope. That is dope. You work two
Yeah.
jobs from home? God, I'm jealous, Mr. Hunky Dory. Damn. I am jealous. I'm so jealous. Hey, Doug,
Yeah.
appreciate the $20 super chat. He said this going to help motivate. Did you mean to put a space in between that?
Don't do him like that.
Doug, hey, Doug know me.
No,
Doug don't
don't
know I'm
do
gonna
him.
get him. But anyway, Doug, thank you. Thank you for the super
Appreciate
chat.
you,
We appreciate you, Doug.
cuz. We
We
appreciate
appreciate you.
it.
All right. So, cause, all right. So the Panthers made their 53-man roster official on Tuesday or yesterday. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Go ahead and give me your initial thoughts, man. Tell me what you're thinking.
Well, there was definitely some surprises. There were definitely some moves that were made that I kind of I'm not gonna say foresee because I ain't like I could read no damn, look into the future. But it was just some moves that just made sense. Um, the biggest move that wasn't made, um, yeah, he do have a birthday coming up Friday. The biggest move that wasn't made, and I know we'll probably get into it a little later. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole right now. It's Ian Thomas is still here, Mister Nine
Yeah.
Lives himself. Yeah,
Hey, and we gonna talk about Ian too. But hold on, real quick. Hey,
yeah.
Mr. Hunky thanks for the $2 super chat. We appreciate it as always,
Appreciate
big
Mr.
dog.
Hunkador.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, but I know we had to be down to the 53-man roster or less um come 4 o'clock Tuesday, and anybody that we picked up off waivers had to be done by Wednesday at 12 noon. So, but there's still going to be some little tinkering and things like that to the roster between now in week 3 and week 4 of the regular season because we do have first dibs on the waiver wire. But the key thing was they had to be at 53 or below by 4 p.m. Tuesday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still gonna see some tinkering. There was some surprises. There was ways that I thought the Panthers were going to go on the waiver wire, but then they kind of like just went opposite. I didn't expect three cornerbacks um to be picked up, but that is one thing that we had talked about extensively for the offseason through pre-draft, after the draft, things like that that the cornerback room needed to be upgraded. But I still think they missed an opportunity to upgrade at defensive end. But hey, I don't think I still don't think they're done. But what were
Okay.
your initial thoughts?
Um, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't, and we talked about this last night with Doug and Ricky and CD. It wasn't so much the people per se. It was
Yeah.
the numbers. Okay, it was the numbers. Now, mind you,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I was rooting for TMJ, and I was like, dang. I said, well, okay, so the TMJ experiment is officially over. Okay, so I
Officially over.
was a little not sad, but I was just like, damn, because I was really rooting for him, and I really thought that maybe new coach, new scheme, maybe he could fit in. But hold
Right.
on, let me get back to this comment here, and again, Mr. Hunky Dory, thank you for another $2 super chat. He said, okay, no, $2 for one candle.
Appreciate it, Mr. Hunky Door.
Yeah, hold on. So our double OK
he
made it. Oh,
got it.
here we
He
go.
got another one. Did you see the one before that?
Yeah, yeah. I got you. I got you.
Oh,
Yeah, I got that one. Okay, so Double O Kane. Now, this is an interesting comment. TMJ not being claimed off waivers tells you a lot. Hopefully, he can earn a spot in San Francisco. Did we not have this exact same conversation earlier today? This
yes,
exact same conversation. We were
yes,
like, yo,
yes.
that is wild. Because before all this, okay, um, I started thinking, I was like, you know what? What if this whole TMJ thing was planned from the beginning? Okay, what if, maybe it was they had discussions, they had talks, and even before training camp, they was like, you go out there, you ball out, we're gonna see if we can find somewhere to trade you, or
Right.
whatnot.
You
Now
did. You
I
did
don't
say that.
now I don't know if that transpired like that, but now looking at it now, I'm like, okay, you know what? I may have gotten that wrong because, like you said, they didn't find a trade partner. I don't know if they meant for that information to get out in the first place, and then they cut him, and then he clears like nobody picks him up. I'm like, oh, okay. So, but yeah, so I think my little theory after that is kind of gone. And hold on 1 second. Dig it. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate you. Go crazy, Dodge. Hey, you
Appreciate
damn
you,
right,
Diggy.
dog.
He's
You
a
damn right. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me tell you. If I don't love a good
crazy
dollar
Dollar
store, my
Tree.
wife loves a good dollar store. She definitely appreciates you, big dog.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah. Now
eternal.
she is the true bargain shopper in the house.
Yes,
That is a
yes.
fact.
Sure
That is
is.
a fact.
Cause I spend too much on everything. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Eternal
But
252, man. Thank you for the super chat,
hey,
dog.
don't mean to cut you off, but ain't that
Uh-huh.
something? When they want something, they can easily justify it. When we want something, even though we justify it, it's still too much. It's still too much. I'm
Hey,
like,
look, I ain't gonna
hey,
get in that right now because I don't want her to come
yeah,
hobbling through that door and throw something at me. So we gonna leave that alone
hey,
for the moment.
hey, mine sleeps, so I'm good.
Exactly, exactly. But other than TMJ, like I said, it was the numbers. I was surprised that we
Yeah,
kept 10 offensive linemen. I was surprised that we had four. No, I'm sorry, five safeties. Okay, because at the time of the first roster was made, we kept Damani Richardson and Jamie Robinson. Okay, then we only
yeah,
kept, I want to say we only kept at the time we only had um four outside linebackers. Okay, we only had four
right.
outside line. Oh, well, she done cracked the door open looking at me. So we had four outside linebackers. And we had seven wide receivers. Okay,
Right.
seven. Had seven. And I
Which,
was just like,
yeah, which, when we talked about it, when we did the roster prediction, we was talking about six, possibly seven. We was going through the different scenarios that we thought the Panthers may go to selecting six or seven wide receiver. Because I mentioned that this wide receiver room was deeper than what Tampa Bay had last year.
ah, hey, hey, let me tell you, hey, you
Hey, hey,
I thought
Do.
Lamar Jackson was doing good until he got hurt. Boodle
Yeah,
was being Boodle, and Jameson, I actually thought he was gonna stick around because of his punt return skills, the kick return
right,
skills. But
right.
I do got another reason why I think he's gone, and we'll get into that later as well.
But yeah, Lamar Jackson got hurt. He was actually playing pretty damn good out of all the cornerbacks outside of J.C. Horn.
What up, Clay?
He was definitely playing. He was definitely playing his best ball. So hopefully we can get him back. Did he come back to the practice squad? Did we put him on the pup list or
Hold
is he
on, which
just
one?
out
I'm
there?
sorry.
Lamar
Which one?
Jackson.
No, I think he's out. Yeah, he didn't come back to the
Okay.
public. I mean, not public. He
All
didn't come
right.
back to the practice squad. No, Hey, SC Pay said, "What's up, guys? Thanks for the live. Giving me a break from my college schoolwork. Okay, well, as soon as we
What's
done,
going on,
young fella,
SC?
make sure you get back to that schoolwork. Okay, I got to
Yeah.
talk to you like I talked to my son in college. Like, okay, cool. Make sure you finish your work. Appreciate you. But yeah. So it was wild. They went they went in a few directions that I wasn't expecting them to, but you
Yeah.
know, it's their team. It's well, I mean, you know, it's our team because we fans, but you know, they're
Right.
coaching,
Right.
so you know they do what they want to do. But yeah, we'll get into it. And if I didn't, Eternal, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. He said, "Hey, how
Appreciate
you
that,
super
Eternal.
chat $11?" You know what? I don't know. I think you can type it in. If I'm not mistaken, when you go select, I think you
Yeah,
can
I
type
think
it
you can
in.
type in however whatever you want to send.
Yeah, Marcos Cash, what's going
What's
on?
going on, Marcos?
Yeah. Double O Kane said Lamar Jackson was not good though. I mean, he looked okay in the game that he got to
Yeah.
play in and then got hurt. Now, mind you,
But
again, you know, they were playing versus who they were playing against. So go ahead,
I
Tony.
was just getting ready to say that. So yeah, DO, you absolutely correct. Though, hey, you could look good in the preseason, but who was your competition? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep. Let me see. You must ain't been paying attention looking at the grades. Uh-oh.
I don't know who
Look, some
MTM talking to.
look,
Oh,
Somebody talking to you. And I mean
I
more
got
than just
nothing.
PFF. Oh, they
I don't
talking
want no
about
smoke.
they talking about Lamar.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Eternal. TMJ was trash. I'm not gonna say that man is trash.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say he's trash, but the fact that we cut him, okay, the fact that we tried to trade him, couldn't trade him. We cut him.
Mhm.
He cleared waivers. Nobody
Cleared
signs him.
waivers.
That's the end of my defense for TMJ. I just say that I don't think he was trash, but yeah, I can't. Hey, I can't say no more than what my thoughts were or are.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, sir. Earl, what's going on? How you doing, man?
What's going on, Mr. Earl?
How you doing? Rod Walt, what's going on? How you doing? All right.
I
So
ain't see. Oh yeah, what's up, Raw?
hold on, let me get to this. Hey, just Zoe, thank you for the 499 super chat. We greatly appreciate you.
What's
Thank you,
going
thank you,
on,
thank you.
Mr.
What's
Zoe?
going on? All right. So let's you tell them country. Let's okay.
Hey,
And
I was gonna say nothing.
yeah, let's so these are the transactions that the Panthers made over the last few days.
Right.
So I'm not gonna go through all of these names here, but you can see everybody who was who was waived. And let me see the okay, so today's transactions were really, surprising me some. All right, so we cut Jordan Matthews, okay? We cut Mike Boone, Alex Cook, Chandler Wooten, TJ Smith, Walter Palmore, Kenny Dyson, Mason Brooks, and Jack Plummer, but they all made it back to the practice squad. Okay.
Correct.
All right. So
Correct.
and they got cut before the 53-man roster was set. Okay. So then
Correct.
today, all right, today they signed cornerback Keenan Isaac, cornerback Shamar Bartholomew, cornerback Tariq Castro Fields, outside linebacker Jamie Sheriff, linebacker John let me see, Rodigan, and guard
Rodigan.
Jared
Yeah.
Kingston. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
to make room for those 6 players, they waived Emir Smith Marset, Cade Mays, which I'm not too surprised about Cade Mays,
Yeah, I guarantee
Deshaun
that. Yeah.
Jameson, Jaden Peavy, another one I wasn't too, that one didn't surprise me either. But Jalen Coker and Damani Richardson. Jalen
Talk
Coker
about it.
and Damani Richardson. Okay, so let's get into this one, right?
Yes.
My personal opinion, I think all of these guys probably knew they were going to get cut, even though they made the 53-man roster. Okay, that's just my thoughts. For them to be up there for like I mean, they didn't even get 24 hours. I wonder if they even practiced yesterday. That's crazy.
That's
You
a good
go out
question.
there and practice, and then you get cut the next day. You haven't been a Carolina Panther for 24 hours. Hey,
24
Steve,
hours.
good buddy Steve, man, how you doing, dog?
Hey,
He
what's
said, "Hey
going on,
guys,
Steve?
live in Washington State in the middle of Seahawk fans, and they are pissed they put Jamie Sheriff on waivers and lost him. Also say we would love Michael Jackson. Hey, we appreciate that. We appreciate that. Eh,
Yeah, we appreciate
Yeah,
it.
let me tell you that, and that's good to know. That's good to know. Now, mind you, will it work out? I hope so. It's not a guarantee that it work out. But who was the last one? Emir Smith Marset. There were a
Yeah.
lot of Chiefs fans that were upset that we picked the Kansas City let him go, and then we picked him up, and now here we are, and he's not even on the team anymore. But I hope
Right.
that Sheriff and Mike Jackson come in here and make a difference. And again, Steve, thank you for the $10 super chat, man. As always, we appreciate you, big dog. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I know Mike Jackson did a press conference. I didn't get the chance to watch it yet because I think he
I didn't
did
either.
it before. I mean, after I went to bed. But I just saw it when I got up. So I want to go back and watch that press conference that he did and Dave Canales. I think
Mm-hmm.
they was kind of mentioning that that press conference with Dave Canales was a little contentious. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So yeah, I want to go back and check
Okay.
it out.
All right, cool. Let me
Oh,
see.
and one other thing too about that J about Bobby, don't do that. That dude, ooh, that dude. With by Jalen Coker, man. Edgar Salmingo made a very interesting point on Twitter that I
Mm,
read earlier, and he was saying to it. I get the way I took it was in a
mm,
way. Carolina was protecting Jalen Coker, their rights to Jalen Coker. Let me say that.
yeah.
Probably shouldn't even say rights, but they were trying. I guess they were trying to make it more of a thing to where it was a possibility that he could clear waivers and bring him back by him making the initial 53-man roster, and once every other team roster was set.
Mm,
Okay, so now everybody
yeah.
roster is set, and then made him, a cut casualty after the roster was set. That will make it easy for hopefully for them to get their hands back on him and stash him on the practice squad. So
Mm,
I guess they were thinking that it was easier or it was more hopeful for them to get him back off of waivers after the 53-man roster was set instead of before.
okay. Gotcha. Look at
Yeah.
Double K. He said Shaq Smith Wade wasn't a fifth round pick. He be going to yo. Hey, let me tell you. Like I said, we'll get into it when we get to the cornerbacks, but there was
Hey,
definitely a theme with the signings that they had today. Definitely a
hey,
theme.
hey, Dio, all I'm gonna say is all these little ass corners, they was getting them pink slips.
Boy, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Yes. All right, cool. Well, let's go
You know
ahead
how
and get
you know how it is at Carowinds. We get ready to go get on one rise, and it was like anybody under 5'10" or below can't get on.
you crazy.
Okay,
Oh my
okay, I'm gonna
god. Well, I
stop.
mean, hey,
I'm gonna
if
stop.
that was the case, then we got one more that can't make it neither. All right, but dig it.
Yeah,
Hey, here are your slides, bro. Here are your slides. We got them today.
yeah.
Okay, so we'll start off with the injured reserve slash pup list. Now I didn't see anything specifically on Anthony Brown, in the transactions that we just showed, but on the Panthers
Mm,
website, he is still listed as being on the injured reserve. And I don't know if he is injured reserve, with designation to return, or he is injured reserve out for the season. So I
right,
by default, I just stuck him up there with Tay Davis and Cam Gill. Now they are both out for the season. They're done. Okay.
right,
Um,
right.
Sam Franklin and Dane Jackson were put on the injured reserve with a designation to return. And DJ Woonham, Amari Barno, and I
Barno.
knew I forgot somebody, Jonathan Brooks. Okay, I thought I forgot somebody. Jonathan Brooks is also on the pup list as well. Okay, so
Okay.
now, Tony, do you think that maybe we got some false information about DJ Woonham and his injury and how things have panned out so far?
I don't think so.
Okay.
They I believe that they knew what his situation was before they signed
Mm-hmm.
him, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it was a couple weeks ago that they came out and said that he had a setback in his recovery. I don't hear a lot of people mentioning that, but I mean, if my old ass can remember that they said that, I know everybody else should remember that it was said. But he had a setback in his recovery, and so that's the main reason why they put him on the pup list. So he's going to miss a minimum of 4 games along
Mm-hmm.
with Barno. So that kind of played into why I felt like Carolina didn't grab any defensive end slash outside linebackers on the
Uh-huh.
waiver wire, because those two guys will be back.
Now they did get one. Jamie
Yeah,
Sheriff.
one.
They did
Jamie
get
Sheriff,
one.
yeah.
Yep, they got one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go to the so everybody, so this is the injured reserve pup list. Okay. All right. So my
Mhm.
next slide here. was, everybody that got waived after making the 53-man roster. Okay, so we just talked about Jalen Coker, ISM, Deshaun Jameson, Damani Richardson, let me see, Jalen Peavy, and then Cade Mays. Okay, so
Right.
any of these now I think we all Panther Nation, I think we all want to see if Coker will come back to the practice squad. Okay. So do you think
Hmm.
any of these will make it back to the Panthers at some point?
I think Coca will. I read earlier on Twitter that his parents, somebody, yeah,
Okay.
there you go, Nakari. Yeah, his dad said he was going to the practice squad. So to me, that is a plus. That is a plus. That is a young man
Mm-hmm.
that you can still get develop. You know, he got some skills, he got some traits there that you can work with. And I
Yeah.
think they really dodged a bullet. But when I was talking about the other day, I was like, Carolina looked like they playing chess, not checkers. So that was a smooth move that they pulled. And I didn't
Mm-hmm.
even think about anything like that until I read that comment that Edgar put out on Twitter earlier. Yeah,
What
Rock
up,
messing
Rock?
with me. Yeah. I got it out, Rock. I got it out, man. But no, nobody, no, really, honestly, and truly, nobody on this list surprised me. I hope that Monty Richardson can make it back to the practice squad. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not surprised about K Mays. I don't know anything really about PV.
Mm-hmm.
Emir Smith Marset, like I was trying to tell people or say earlier, when he sustained that injury, it happened at the wrong time. He had no
Yeah.
control over that. But that's just the business side of this game. And even though a lot of Panther fans, including myself, wanted to see him get an opportunity at wide receiver, felt like he could contribute a little bit more. One thing I
Mm-hmm.
always want people to remember is what you do in practice is what you would do in the game. And if a coach don't feel like they can trust you in practice, then they damn sure not going to put you in those positions in the game. If I can't
Yeah.
trust you in practice, I can't trust you in the game. So regardless of what we thought or what we think about him getting the opportunity, maybe he wasn't maximizing those opportunities in practice. And then you talking about 5 or 6, potentially 4 or 5 other wide receivers on the roster that's ahead of him. So we already know when you that fourth, fifth, sixth wide receiver, just like running back,
Mm-hmm.
you got to have some value on special teams. But then he got hurt.
Okay. Gosh. Hey, Bobby Digital, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. He said Dan Morgan said they knew on the situation and took a flyer on him. Hey, that's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's what
But
it
like I
sounded
say,
like.
that setback. They said it was a setback at
Mm-hmm.
a few weeks ago. So that's why, in my opinion, I believe that's why he's on the pup list. Because you was at training camp, CJ, and
Mm-hmm.
you took a picture or sent the clip with him on the practice field. I don't think he had
Yeah.
a helmet, but he was in like shoulder
Mm-mm.
pads and everything. So we thought maybe there was a possibility that we would get to see him before the preseason was over with, but then after that, it was like he
Yeah.
disappeared.
It was kind of
Yeah,
like Jonathan Brooks. He came out there one day and did a little bit of running, pulling a sled. DJ Woonham, the first time I saw him, he was just kind of out there. And then the second time he was kind of not doing the drills with the outside linebackers, but over there in that area talking with him. You saw him stretching, doing a few knee highs and things like that, and just kind of, not really running around, but just, going through a little bit of things. And then he went over in the corner somewhere and kind of disappeared. So, but yeah,
right,
and
right.
making true money. They got Jamie Sheriff listed as a defensive end, but
Yeah.
on the transactions list, they got him listed as an outside
It's a
linebacker.
line, yeah,
So
outside
yeah,
linebacker.
yeah,
Well,
appreciate that though.
yeah,
Go
because in
ahead,
this
Tony.
3-4 scheme, that's what you pretty much are. You are a defensive end slash outside linebacker. So
Uh
for
oh.
what
Uh
that's
oh.
worth,
Uh
yeah. Well, you know, that to me that's a mute point. A mute point because we don't follow the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't I don't get that. That
Yeah.
made no sense.
Jamison PFF numbers horrible. Let me tell you, him and Boodle, especially Boodle. When Boodle got cooked in that one game, yeah, I knew it was gonna
Yeah.
be a wrap for him. Yep. Let me see. Carolina Panther post. Do Panthers practice players ever develop and make it on the 53? Hmm.
Hmm.
I know
You
some have
know,
made it on the 53, but you got they got me thinking. Then I have to go back and think. Now, one person that was no, he was undrafted and made the actual squad, so he wasn't even on the practice squad. I was thinking about old Big Snacks, Marquand McCall. But
big
yeah,
snacks.
yeah, but
Yeah.
he was never on the practice squad. He made it straight to the 53 the other year. Okay. All right, I got you. Well, you
Yeah.
know what? Hey, I gotta think about that. We'll get back to you later, Carolina Panther post. I definitely got to think about that one. Okay. Let me see. Bradley Champion said, yes, there are practice squad players that get elevated for game day, especially when there are injuries. Yeah. Okay, yeah. No, we know that. We know that. But I think Panther Post saying to ever develop and make them. I'm guessing he's saying, do they develop, make it on the 53 and stick on the
And
53?
stay. Yeah. And
Yeah.
stay.
Mm-hmm. All
Right.
right. Okay. All right, cool.
But I think the way that the way that the practice squad is set up now, though, and it's kind of counterintuitive because you don't necessarily really have to develop them to the point where you hope that they make the 53-man roster. It's like having a bunch of extras. You can have more extras than than you could have before. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like you don't you're not so inclined to develop these guys and hope that they make the practice squad and things like that. Yes, but he was on the practice squad of Buffalo, Dakari.
Mm.
When we got Black Sheep, we got him off
To
Buffalo's
the
practice
53.
squad and yeah, signed him to the 53-man roster. Right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby Digital, you right. Casey stole Harrison Butker off our practice squad. Yep.
Mm, that is
Yep.
right. Yeah.
Yep.
But go back to like the Panthers, what was his name? Panthers Post?
Oh, hold on.
Was that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, Panther Post. Yeah, I guess he was saying, have we developed, not what somebody else has developed. Have we developed any player off the practice squad and elevated him to the 53-man roster and he's stuck? I think that's what
Mm.
he
I
means.
yeah. I gotta go back and look at that. That's a great question. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So speaking of the practice squad, here we have the whole squad here. We got Jack Plummer, Mike Boone. Now Mike Boone and Jordan Matthews, I think that was a foregone conclusion that they were going to come back and sign the practice squad because
Right.
with them they had the vested veteran status, so they weren't waived. They were waived, but they were kind of just let go of, and they could have went and signed with anybody, but they came on back and signed with the Panthers on the practice squad. But Plummer, Alex Cook, Chandler Wooten, TJ Smith, Walter Palmore, Mason Brooks, and Kenny Dyson Jr.
Ken Dyson. Yeah.
Yeah, they all cleared waivers and they all signed back to the practice squad. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't think that the Panthers are probably done adding to the practice squad,
Right.
but we'll see. We'll see.
I think I read that there were a couple other signings. Lonnie Johnson Jr. is signed to the practice squad, but he's initially going to be elevated come week one. Um,
Mm,
CJ, you and I was talking about that earlier.
yeah,
He's that safety slash corner with New Orleans, and I
yeah.
think there was another. I think there was somebody else. I can't remember. Yeah,
The
I do.
guy
I do
says
remember that
soon.
Lonnie Johnson. Yeah,
Soon they'll stop pretending Ian not hurt, and Jordan will be elevated to the 53 for week one.
that is my wish. That is my wish.
Yes. Oh,
And Bobby Digital,
F.A.
FL
Obata.
Body. Not hey,
Oh,
listen. Not only was FA on the practice squad, he was one of I think the first international player that the Panthers ever signed. Ron Rivera. when Ron
Mm,
Rivera was the head coach. He was the first international player that the Panthers ever signed. And yes, he was developed and made the 53-man roster and stuff. So yeah, you're absolutely correct. And if I'm
okay.
not mistaken, he just got released by Washington or somebody
Mm. Yeah, because
earlier on this year.
he followed Ron Rivera up there. Yep.
Yeah. Well, he went from the Panthers to the Bills and then to the Commanders.
Something tells me Brooks does not own many shirts with sleeves. Fishball, you stupid as hell, man. You stupid as hell. Because at first I'm thinking about Jonathan Brooks, and then I'm looking at my man.
Mason Brooks.
Yo, Lord have
Yeah.
mercy. Okay. The car said, I miss Ron too. I wish he was our second mascot.
What?
What? Said, yeah, I'm gonna get CJ for skipping my comments too. Oh, let me tell you, if you pull up tonight, I already got one loaded for you, boy. It's in the chamber. I'm ready for you tonight. You know what it is.
Uh-oh.
You know what it is.
Uh-oh. Smoke
Yeah.
City.
Andrew Norwell.
Andrew,
Norwell.
he wasn't practice squad. He was undrafted.
Yeah,
Andrew
he
Norwell
was
was
undrafted.
undrafted out of Ohio State, and I don't think he was ever put on the practice squad.
Yes. Now that was back when we had Dave Gettleman. Oh my God, that's
Mm-hmm.
another name I do not want to ever hear again, even though I just said it. But he was notorious, notorious, y'all. Let me tell you, a Carolina Panthers player would come in here, do good, okay, and then it come
Yeah.
time to pay him, and Gettleman would be like, you know what? No. I'm going to
Right.
go ahead and send you out the door, and we're just going to make do with what we got. The thing
We're
with
gonna get a
Gettleman
cheaper
is,
version.
yeah, the thing with Gettleman is the only thing that saved him is he got lucky and got that hodgepodge of players and people together for that 2015 season, and it almost all worked out. We almost won, well, not almost won Super Bowl. We made to the Super Bowl, and we had a shot
Right.
to win it. Okay, to me personally, I think Gettleman got lucky, but that was one thing that aggravated the crap out of me with Gettleman. Every time somebody would come up to get paid, he would be like, "Nope, I'm good." Like Diggy said, I'm going to Dollar Tree and I'll make it work. He said, "I will." Yes, hold on, wait a minute, wait a minute. No, Greg Hardy. We drafted Greg Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
we
drafted
drafted
Greg.
Greg Hardy. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What do I say? We out walking right now. Give me a second. I'll fire right back. Gotcha. Yes, and the Josh Norman situation. Yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
that and Andrew Norwell. Let me tell you, because Josh Norman was a perfect example of somebody who fit a scheme. Okay,
We should see Will.
hold on. Hey,
T-Drill
appreciate the
Will.
$5 super chat, man. He said, "CJ, sir, how dare you mention?" I know, I know, I know. Him and MH. You know, I ain't gonna say him either. I'm gonna say MH. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Him and
Hey,
MH,
Will,
but
he breaking all the rules tonight, Will.
I'm breaking all of them tonight, man. I'm telling you, man. We have had some crappy ass GMs. Just
We
think
have.
about it. Just think
We
about it.
have.
Think about. I'm gonna say the names again. I'm sorry, y'all. Think about Gettleman. Okay, I don't care what anybody say about Marty Herney. I could not stand him neither. Okay, and then we had Scott Fitterer. All right, let me tell you. I pray to God Dan Morgan can break this chain of, in my opinion, just terrible management at the GM position. Okay, terrible management. Hey, but again, Will, thank you for the 5 super chat, man. We appreciate it. Marty and Hernia got to see me. Nigga, you stupid, dog. Oh
That's
man.
Nakari,
But
not Dig It.
I'm sorry, Nicole, my bad. Hey, look, I'll be 42 on Friday, bro. I'm getting old, dog. I'm sorry. My
Don't
apologies.
don't even try it. Don't even try it.
My
Don't even
bad.
try it,
Hey,
dog.
Fishbowl said, "Can you imagine they hung on to Josh Norman and had Bradbury that next year too?" Oh, and like I was saying, that was a classic case of a player who worked in a scheme. Okay, he worked in that defensive scheme. He went to Washington, and I think they tried to make him to like a man, a true man to man corner. Josh Norman was never, he played in that zone scheme. Okay, and it fit and it worked. And then he came up to
Hmm.
get paid, and Dave Gettleman was like, "Nah, I'm good. We'll find something."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. But okay, so let's hold on. Let me see. QJ TMJ might get 1,000 yards this year. Man, let me tell you, I'll be sick if he get 1,000 yards, dog. I swear,
Boy, let me
I'll be
tell you
sick.
that that would be that would be a miracle that is not on
Hmm.
Mint Street anymore.
the
That would be a miracle not
oh,
on Mint Street.
the names I hate are Kelvin Benjamin and Ray Caruth. Yeah, those are two more. Those are two more.
Yeah,
Doug
I
said,
got no comment
"There's your
on that.
comment, Doug. There's your comment." Okay, I've been saying this, and I agree. CJ and the GM decision making has hurt this team. Yes, yes, yes. Who
I
said?
don't
And
know
now
how
he's
he out.
slinging coffee.
I don't know how he out walking, with his significant other,
Mhm.
but he typing in the chat,
Hey,
you
I
know,
told Doug earlier. I tried to give him
gonna
some
walk his
advice
ass
because
right to a tree.
he always called us our big cousins and all that good stuff. I was trying to give some advice. I was like, Doug, I said, you out and about. I said, hey, don't worry about this live tonight. Oh, I said, okay, all right. I said, don't hey, look, I told you, okay. Don't say I didn't tell you. Hey, look, QJ said I want to pimp slap Gettleman for disrespecting our past stars. Hey, facts, facts.
Yeah.
Hold on, Double O Kane said at least Gettleman, aka the Penguin. Oh no, you didn't. But I can see that. I can see that got us to the dance. And yeah, and I mentioned that. And it worked out for him. It worked out. We got to the Super Bowl, but that's about as far as that worked out for him. And then it started going just downhill after that, in my opinion. In my opinion. All right.
Hmm.
So let's go on to the next slide. Okay. So quarterbacks, nothing unusual here. Bryce is going to be the starter. Andy Dalton is going to be the backup. Tony, you got any
Right.
thoughts, any concerns on this one?
Nope.
Okay.
Just how I thought it would play out.
All right. Okay. Offensive line. All right. So we got our starters: Austin Corbett, Robert Hunt, Damian Lewis, Ika McQuanu, Taylor Moton. So for backups, we have Brady Christensen, Chandler Zavala, Andrew Ram, who I'm happy. I'm happy he made the 53
Yeah.
man roster because, excuse me, I felt like that we still needed a true center behind Austin Corbett. And the fact that we passed on a bunch of them in the draft, hey,
Yeah.
and then my man, who is that? Jared. Let me make sure I'm saying that right.
Jared Kingston.
Yeah, Jared Kingston. Okay, so he was a rookie out of USC. I think he was with the 49ers, and we got him off of waivers as well. And then Josh Nyman. Okay.
Okay.
So now that is interesting because Cade Mays must have really been on the outs. They let him go and then brought in this rookie off the waiver wire to take his spot because as of right now, he is on the 53 man roster. Okay.
Yeah.
As of right now, he is a backup guard on the 53 man roster.
But
Any thoughts on the go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
no, I'm gonna say with Kingston, I think I read a little bit about him earlier. They were saying that they were going to try him out at either guard or center. They was talking about how athletic he would, had pretty good feet and things of that nature. So he has some potential to develop into a guard center type swing backup, at those two positions. I'm glad Andrew Rain got an opportunity to stick to the team. So back to what I forgot who was saying that earlier. Even though he's not on the practice squad, he is an undrafted free agent, and hopefully
Mm-hmm.
he can stick and stay with that 53 man roster. Chandler Zavala, I'm glad to hear that he is playing a lot better than what he did last year. I hope those injuries are behind him. Josh Nyman, we know, came off the pup list last week, got his helmet. 2 weeks now before we play our first game, so he got some time to get back in game shape and be ready to be that swing tackle. I think having him and Brady Christensen, I think Brady Christensen will be that backup left tackle to Ike Ekwano, and I think Yash
Mm-hmm.
Nyman will be the right tackle backup to Taylor Moton. So
Okay.
having those two guys, having Zavala, backing up Damian Lewis, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know what the plan is to back up Big Robert Hunt, but I think we're starting to see something that we talked about a few weeks ago, how um, Dave Canales and Dan Morgan were going to turn over the bottom of that roster and look
Mm-hmm.
for ways to continue to improve the depth behind the starters. And I knew that the practice squad was going to get a complete makeover because Dave Canales and that crew, they're going to bring in their own players, not the same ones that we've seen stuck on the practice squad for the past 3 to 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's why I say they not done yet, because they're not even at the full 16 to 17 that they can have on the practice squad. I think right
Mm-hmm.
now it's just like 9 or 10.
Yeah. Okay. Bet. Fishbowl said the 2015 team was so dominant during the season, but in hindsight, the 2003 Super Bowl team was more well-rounded. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah.
yeah,
All right, well, cool. Well, now getting back to offensive line here. Now, I do think now Christensen can play guard as well. So if we have some
yeah.
injuries
Yes, you
at
can.
guard, I wonder if we have injuries at guard, I wonder will Christensen or Zavala be the first one up, to fill that spot. Because like I said, I
Mm,
hope I hope Zavala got his act together because last year it was just not there. And I don't think he
right.
was fully healthy going into when he got to
He
start.
wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't fully healthy, but yeah, I wonder if God forbid, but if something happens to one of our starting guards, I wonder who they're gonna put to replace him first. I don't know much about Kingston. Josh Nyman. Now I think Nyman can play both sides, right?
Yeah, but I think he's
Okay,
primarily on the right side.
right. Okay,
Yeah,
all right, cool. But all I can say is not too much too many unexpected things here. I was surprised that Cade Mays actually made the 53-man roster. I thought they might have put who's the man named Jack Anderson up there.
Jack
I thought they
Anderson.
might. Yeah, I thought Cade Mays might have got the boot on I'm sorry, yesterday. But he got the boot today, and my man Kingston is here.
Two questions.
Mhm.
One, do you think that they will bring Cade Mays back to the practice squad? And two, do you were you surprised at the amount of offensive linemen that the Panthers kept? Because right now we have a total of 10.
Yeah. Now, mind you, I think the reason why Cade Mays got cut is because he was hurt. And that's why I thought he would have got cut on the initial 53-man roster. And I was kind of surprised that he made it on there. And like I was saying earlier, I think a lot of these people who were on the 53-man roster yesterday, because Canales said he was going to talk personally, to everybody that was waived or cut. I think he also had conversations with a lot of his other players too, maybe him and Dan or whatever. And I don't think it was that much of a surprise to some of these guys. It was like, okay, we're going to let you go. If you clear waivers, we'll definitely bring you back to the practice squad. But I do believe Cade Mays was still dealing with a shoulder injury, and I do think that's part of the reason why he did get cut. And I kind of am a little bit, and the only reason I say that is because we only kept 9 last year. But this is a different scheme. Okay, this is a different
Right.
head coach, and obviously, they doing it different. They may feel like they need a whole, because who did we have last year? We had Zavala, um, Zavala. Was it Throckmorton that was the backup
Yeah.
last year?
Throckmorton.
Zavala,
We didn't get him
Throckmorton.
until like later in the season from New
Mm,
Orleans, but yeah, Throckmorton was there. Um,
It was somebody
got,
else.
got guys whose names we can't even
Can't even
remember
remember.
because they were nobody. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Bill Toth, like who was that?
Yes. Yeah.
Where he come from? But yeah,
Exactly. But okay, now that brings me now I'm glad you asked that because now mind you, okay, so we kept 10, we kept 9 last year. So we have Christensen who could play guard and tackle. Okay, you have Zavala, who's a guard, Ram, who's a center, and Nyman, who was a tackle. Do you think that let me see. Well, no, they probably played it out exactly how they wanted to, because if we would have kept nine, just say we didn't keep Andrew Ram, we would have had Corbett, and then Christensen would have been probably his backup. Which now I'm assuming that Christensen is going to be the emergency center. Because at him, Nash, Jensen, and some of the other guys, they were all taking snaps at center during training camp. But now I wonder, if we would have kept nine, would that, could we have used that at another position? Okay.
Well,
And hold on, and give me 1 second here. Let me go ahead and add our good friend here. Uh let me go ahead and introduce him, okay? Because now yesterday, off camera, okay, off camera, we were introduced to somebody as just Tony and CJ. Okay,
yeah,
we were just
talk
Tony and CJ,
about it.
because I do remember a
Yeah.
certain person coming on our channel
Mm-hmm.
and saying, "Oh, that's how
Well,
y'all going to introduce me. That's how y'all going to introduce me." So I guess he got his get back yesterday, and and when we was just Tony and CJ yesterday. So go ahead, Doug. I'm sorry. How you
well.
doing, man?
See, Tony, I was gonna be on your side. See, CJ, you want to start? Just know your package of the pens is headed in the mail since you got 1 year older. So,
Wow. Wow.
like I said, you want to
Wow.
start? You want to
Okay.
start?
Okay. All
Let's go
right.
ahead, and crank it
Hey,
up.
okay. I
Let's
got
crank
another one
it
for
up.
you. Better learn how to duck. Hey, yeah, you better learn how to duck.
Look,
Oh
What's going
God.
on, man?
nothing much. Look, Tony. They got a box of the pens, and I'm gonna call him Doctor Rogay because he gonna put the Rogaine on the hair, and he also gonna put the ointment on the knee. But I ain't gonna
Hold
say
on.
too much
Row
about
what, Doug?
Yeah, but what?
Rogaine,
Yeah,
Rogaine,
Oh, I
Rogaine.
thought you said Rogate. I was like, what the hell is
No,
Rogate?
he
no,
he
Rogaine.
did. He did.
Okay, all right. I wasn't tripping. Okay, all right. Hey, you know what,
Oh
Doug? What you
man,
think about this damn offensive
Oh,
line, man?
nothing much, man. I've been
oh my
told
God.
I have to be off by 9:10, so I'm gonna make it worth my time. Uh, I will say this, and I know
Mm.
you guys were talking about it earlier. I've said this to both you and Tony. There's no reason to have 10 offensive linemen on this team. Most of the time you carry about 7 or 8, but not 10. Um, then I see it too, Tony. Tony only got 10 minutes. Tony only got 10 minutes.
Why? Why? Hey, and thank you. I appreciate you, QJ. Thank you.
Oh God.
Go
Oh
ahead, Doug. I'm
Man,
sorry. Go ahead. Go
man.
ahead.
no, I
He
brought that
went
upon myself.
Q said that like he was shocked. He was like, CJ with pull ups?
Hey, let me tell you, my bladder works just fine. Okay, Doug,
Oh
talk about
God.
damn offensive line before I kick you off here.
No, you started it, and I keep telling y'all I had that gun holster with my finger on the trigger. I told you I was coming in with
Oh
one.
God.
But
All
nah,
right.
no, honestly, I feel like you have a GM that knows where people think he doesn't know what he's doing. He's actually know what he's doing. Um, when you look at, I know Tony gonna be like, Doug, you was cooking, but then you lost me. I don't understand the whole thing with Ian Thomas, but I was expecting Ian Thomas for some reason. I was expecting him to be cut. I don't know why I did. I don't know if it's the fan in me. I don't know if it's just the wasted talent level. But if you really look at how they build this roster, um, they're letting go of people that past regimes had. They're bringing in people that they want to keep, and that goes from
Mhm.
top to
Yeah.
bottom. I know y'all not talking about corners, but that's another
Mm-hmm.
area. If you really look at it with Dave Canales, I think somebody asked him a question, and they said, "How are you satisfied with the room and all this and that?" He was like, "Yes, I am now." And when
Mhm.
you look at it, I heard Tony say something about it's a different measurement. Again, those gentlemen in that room had a definitely opportunity to take advantage of it. And when you look at this offensive line, I'm did Rim got he didn't get cut, did he? Ram
Ram?
did not
No.
get. So
No,
one thing that
he's
we.
on the 53.
So I will say this: before Kate Mays got
Yeah,
hurt,
nah,
I
what's
do,
up?
I do
What's up,
think
Dan?
that I do think we possibly would have saw Kate Mays instead of Andrew Ram. But with him getting hurt, Ram took advantage of what he was able to do. But at the same time, I love everything that we've done. And again, I know you asked about the offensive line. I don't see any problem with it at all. I really don't.
Okay.
Again, I mean, you have your starters here, regardless of how we feel about them, and you have quality depth, including some of the people that we have on the practice squad as well.
You see that, Doug? Thank you, dear, for the $5. Thank you, dear. All right. Hey, my backup has showed up. No, enough
Oh,
said, Doug. Enough said.
oh,
She gonna get me. I know she gonna get me.
Ah,
I know she gonna
no.
get
Let
me.
me tell
oh,
you. Hey, if I
God.
know my wife, she probably hollered when you said that statement. Then was like, "Oh, I got to go. I got to go defend my man. Let me type something real
I gotta
quick."
go save him.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Doug.
Oh,
But no,
God.
go ahead. That's all I got. That's all I got, man. Go
Okay.
ahead. We got 10
All
minutes.
right.
Go ahead.
Yeah. We gotta go. Nakari,
Hey,
if
but
you would please keep the time for us.
yeah. Yeah, hey, but before we move on,
Oh,
listen, we
go
got
ahead.
95 people watching on YouTube, only
Yes, sir.
42 likes. If you in here and you haven't hit that like button, please hit
Please
that
do.
like button. Subscribe, turn those post notification bells so whenever we go live or drop new content, you will be made aware. And also helps us out with the algorithm. And
Yes,
there's
sir.
like 60 people watching on Twix. That's a mixture of Twitter and X that we have so eloquently dubbed Twix. If you would come over to YouTube, hit that like button and subscribe as well. And if you don't, stay on Twix and hit the follow button because we got a goal that we're trying to reach on Twitter as well.
Yes, we are almost to 1,000, y'all. We are almost to a
Yeah,
thousand followers on Twitter. We're about a smooth 816, I believe. So we made a big jump since training camp. And appreciate everybody who has followed so far. All right. All right.
facts.
Now, okay. Wide receivers. This was a hot topic, and I still think it's a hot topic. Okay. So no problem with Johnson, Thielen, Mingo, Leggett. Okay. But but now we know Jalen Coker probably going to be developmental. But my thing is this: should they have risked David Moore versus risking Jalen Coker? You get what I'm saying? But even so, Tony, you saying about Edgar when he was saying that what they did was probably in the best interest of trying to keep Jalen Coker and bring him back to
Right,
the practice squad, because now
right.
Dave Canales said that between Black Shear and David Moore,
David
they are
Moore
going to be our kick and
and
punt
Mike Boone.
returners.
And Mike
and,
Boone.
and Mike Boone. Oh, okay, gotcha. So maybe that means it's okay. It's still gonna be some moving and grooving around with these positions, because if that's the case, and they're probably gonna keep 4 running backs. So somebody else is gonna get let go at some other position. But
Correct.
what do y'all think
Mhm.
about the receiver room?
Go ahead, Doug. I know you're on time restraint.
For
Yeah.
me, one thing that we have to look at, even though he wasn't a head coach, he worked with 5 wide receivers at Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 5 receivers right now. I do think we are going to bring Jalen Coker back. And I say this to CJ Tony. I should have called you because I think you would enjoy this too. I understand the uproar with TMJ because you kept Coker and now TMJ is claimed. He didn't get claimed in that first initial waiver, however you want to say it, like Speedway or, run away with everybody signing somebody. But now you waited to release Jalen Coker, who's probably going to pass waiver claim or waiver wire, and we'd be able to claim him back. The thing with
Yeah.
ISM, one thing I have to, and I know Tony and I have been preaching this across the YouTube world. Maybe Terrence Marshall and ISM are not a true scheme fit. If you look at it, Dave Canales brought in 3 wide receivers to the wide receiver room that we already had. Out of
Mm-hmm.
all 3 wide receivers, are they on this team? And I and I'm not talking about Deontay Johnson. I'm talking about Xavier Leggett, David
Mm-hmm.
Moore, and I'm talking Jalen Coker. Jalen Coker will be back on the practice squad, but if you look at all the pieces that they brought in, every wide
Yeah,
receiver that they brought in is going to be either on this 53-man roster or on the practice squad. So again, for me, it's all about scheme fit. I know Terrence Marshall is a fan favorite,
yeah,
and sometimes you have to just let it be. Again, like Tony and I have both said this, we are Carolina Panther fans. You can have fan
facts.
favorites, but again, players come and go.
Yeah,
Again, that I mean
Right.
that doesn't change. That doesn't change. So I understand if we had the same coach. Just like
mm-hmm.
people still love Steve Wilks to this day, people still respect Ron Rivera. I mean, you look at Christian McCaffrey. Again, we're still Carolina Panthers fans. You can have favorites, but again, sometimes they just don't fit the scheme or the mindset of where you're going at. So I love what they did with the roster. Do I think it needs an added body? Absolutely. And I'm hoping we'll be able to claim either one of the two or both of them on tomorrow morning before practice.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, couple
I was
comments here before you go,
oh,
Tony.
go ahead.
Hold on one second.
No, go
Hey,
ahead.
look at
Go ahead.
Fishball. He said, did they bring in so many wide receivers because Tepper demanded they get weapons for Bryce and Canales had to go through the motions? I would not I would not deny that. Okay. I would not don't know if that's true, but it wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. I'm just saying anything's possible, Tony. Anything is possible. But hold on. But hey, now going back, that Nakari says, "Am I the only one that don't see it with Boone?" No, you are not the only one because I
No,
don't
you're
see it
not.
either.
No, you're not.
I don't see it either. I swear I don't. I'm
That's
glad you
Doug
said
boy.
that. Yeah.
That
But
is.
go ahead,
That
Tony. I'm
is.
sorry, dog.
That is, Tony.
Um, what about the wide receivers? About Moore?
Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Listen, I liked David Moore the first time that we got him. I don't know if many people remember when we got David Moore when he was in Seattle. I
Yep,
think
I
this
remember.
was with Matt Rule, and he didn't make it through the preseason. Moore was another one of those players that when we played Seattle, it always seemed like he had his best game or one of his best games against the Panthers. You know, when he was playing behind Doug Baldwin and TJ Lockett and those guys, he played his position well as being the third or fourth receivers at that time. Dave Canales was the wide receiver coach in Seattle. So they have a relationship. They had that rapport. And, you know, something that we talked about a number of times. Relationships matters in the National Football League. You want to bring
Facts.
in players and coaches that know your scheme for one, and that you can trust that they can do their job. There's a trust factor that he has with David Moore. Not saying that he was one of the most talented wide receivers that we decided to keep, but there's a trust factor. You know, I just mentioned it a few minutes ago, CJ.
Hmm.
What you do, if I can't trust you to do what I need you to do in practice, I damn sure can't trust you in the game. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
That's a fact.
Hmm.
yeah, so we have to take that into consideration as well. I kind of saw the writing on the wall with Emir Smith Marset for the simple fact he got hurt in the last preseason game. And this was
Hmm.
not the right time to have an injury when cuts were about to happen. So I think he was a casualty of that. I hated for him. I was hoping that he would get an opportunity to showcase what he had been working on all off season, even going out to California working with Bryce. So I was hoping that he was gonna get a chance to see that. But then again, it goes back to what I just said. If you ain't showing it in practice, they can't trust you to show it in the game. Excuse me.
Okay.
So
All right. Cool.
yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on, Doug. You got a little less than
2
2
minutes.
minutes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Running backs. All right. There go your boy Blackshear.
I'm not mad at it.
My man.
Again.
My
I
man.
mean, the thing for me, and I've talked to both of y'all. I just
Uh
need to understand why we didn't see it at practice. You can ask Tony. I know I've talked to you at training camp, and I told Tony, I said, if he makes it, I can't be mad at it. I just don't understand why we didn't see it at practice. And with it only being three right now, and the way we're supposed to run the ball, Blackshear has it rolling on this offense. What exactly that role is, nobody knows until week 1 because we were not able to see it for our own eyes. Yes, he was be able to carry the ball and all this and that, but for what 3 weeks, we weren't able to really see what exactly he can do.
Okay. What you got, Tom?
Um, for me, it wasn't no surprise because like we talked about on Doug's live the other night. I was like, and me and him had these conversations back and forth about Blackshear and Boone, and I was just saying that Blackshear has a resume. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Of production in the NFL. When you talk about being top five, one of the top five kick returners, that's a valuable asset. You know what I mean? So when you talk about being a third or fourth string running back, you have to be able to be or contribute on special teams.
What's up,
And I
Paul?
think when it came down to it, Blackshear can contribute more on special teams than Mike
That's a
Boone.
fact,
Not
Tony.
saying that Mike Boone sucked, and I hope that he does turn out to be a pretty good running back. But I just couldn't give him the edge over Blackshear based off of production.
That's a fact.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Facts. Hey, Doug, somebody told me to remind you here, and I think this probably be gone by the time I get it up on the screen. Yeah, somebody came in here and said you had like 20 seconds.
I see. Look, you know what?
Time's up though. I mean,
It
Yeah.
is. Oh no. Trust me. I
yeah,
already know. I ain't about to get yelled at and y'all hear it and
Hey,
Tony gonna laugh.
hey,
I
look,
am
we
not
about to
gonna allow
see
that to
yeah.
happen.
we about to see a
Hey,
lamp come
hey,
across
hey,
the room and hit
CJ,
that picture behind
hey,
you.
CJ, hey, you see how the camera is? You see how the camera is turned ever so slightly. We can't see that door open like we did yesterday.
Boy, let me tell you, all you gonna see is a damn purse come across the top of his head.
Yeah.
Walk up.
Hey, he got that. He got that camera turned ever so slightly. I'm just saying.
Oh
I
god.
noticed things like that. I just
Look,
noticed things like that.
look. Y'all got it tonight. Y'all got it tonight. I already got my joke out. I'm gonna keep my other one in the chamber. Now, Tony.
uh
Now, look. All my
oh.
jokes are for CJ. Now you know I can fire the cannon and move it just so slightly. I'm gonna behave like you tell me. When we on the bigger and better things, let me say what I gotta say. Like you say, we got people watching this, so I'm gonna behave. I already put my joke out there for the night. So yeah,
All
you
right,
know what
Willie
I
Wade
mean.
Cap. All right, Willie. All right, Willie.
All right, you know what? See, I wasn't gonna say that, but
Come on
your
with it, though.
life
You know I love a
look,
good joke.
look, look. Your life alert is on the way, and when it hits, it's called the boon alert. It's
Wow.
called the boon alert. So whenever you hit it, I got to come all the way from Dallas to you told me.
Okay. Hey, I give you that one, Doug. I give you
Oh
that one. I give you
wow!
that one. I give
You
you
know,
Hey,
I,
that
listen.
was a good one, Doug. I like that one. The boon
I,
alert.
I I'm
Oh,
just here
hold
for the
up. Wait a minute.
comments.
Wait a minute, Doug. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
don't, because I know she
Good
gonna get
good
me. I know she
good
gonna get
night,
me.
Doug. Good.
You know, I love y'all, man. But hey, like Tony said, man, if y'all have not hit that like button for real before I head out here, it should be over 100 people liking. If you're on Twitter, head over to YouTube. If you're on YouTube, quickly go over to Twitter and definitely hit the subscribe button.
Yes, sir.
Me,
Yes, sir.
like I said, CJ, Tony, like I said, I think we said it yesterday. I think Tony said it on one of my comments or something. It's a family.
Mm,
Like I said, we basically made a bond in the family. And again, like I said, the season's here. Bigger and better things are coming in store for Panther Nation as content creators and as fans. But as always, we
yes,
love
sir.
giving you guys great content on every Wednesday night, man. CJ, happy early birthday. Tony, you
Appreciate you,
behave.
Doug.
And like I said, y'all hold it down for the rest of the night, man.
Hey,
I'm out.
the car had to get you before you go, man.
Look. I'm out. It ain't nothing behind me, but y'all trying. I'm out.
Hey, hold on, but wait. But there's a person on the other side of the camera. Read the script. Read the
Bye.
script.
I'm gone. Bye.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry,
uh,
y'all. Hey, I'm sorry. I apologize, everybody.
oh, that was a
I had to
good
get it
one.
one more time before he
That was
left.
a good comeback. That was a good comeback. Oh my God, I wasn't ready for that one. Oh
All right,
God.
okay, y'all. Hey, back to Panther football. I
She
apologize.
ski masked up on his ass.
See why you got to say that, man. Oh my god. Okay. But the
Oh
running back room,
God.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I expect big things out of our running backs this year. Okay. And if
Correct. Yeah.
Miles Sanders can translate the way he was running in practice in the training camp. Now I know it's practice, everybody. It's practice. But I missed 3 practices. I missed one Monday
Hmm.
practice, fan fest, and the back together event. Okay. But if Miles Sanders can run like he was in practice, I think I think he wants to have a much better year. I think he's tired of everybody chirping at him. But with what the product that he put out on the field last year, he's got to expect it. Okay, got to expect it.
Yeah.
If he's not, then he might not be too hip to how this whole media and thing going, and then people just talking about him in general. Okay.
But also to be fair to Miles Sanders too, he played through a lot of injuries last year as well. He was
Mm-hmm.
never completely healthy last year. So I give him a mulligan just based off of that. And the fact that our offensive line was not good. Now Chuba made it do what it do with what we had. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's
Uh-huh.
with the
Boy,
Wakanda
not
the
not to hit him with the vibranium.
dang Q.
Wow.
But yeah, I hope he has that chip on his shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and with more stability at the guard positions. Um, Hopefully we get a better production than what we had last year. And not only Miles Sanders, but I believe Chuba Hubbard can have his first 1,000 yard season. And when Jonathan Brooks gets healthy, um, if well, let me say this: if the running backs are doing what we're hoping that we get to see from them, the first 5 or 6 games of the season, and our running game is clicking, and
Mm-hmm.
we're able to move the ball and get some good production out of our running backs. I don't see why there's a reason to try to rush Jonathan Brooks back. I don't think they will anyway. Like I said, and I've been saying
Yeah.
it, in my opinion, I don't think Jonathan Brooks plays until after week 8 at the very minimum. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
But like you said, if these running backs are having the type of season that we want them to have, there's definitely no reason to rush him back.
Yeah. And I also want to say this. Okay. The car said hand clap for Chew because he used to be my ADP 2 years ago. Hey, let me tell you, he was
Yes.
both of our ADP 2 years ago too,
Yes.
because we talk cash junk about Chuba Hubbard not being able to catch the ball. He dropped passes. And like I always said,
Yeah.
if there was a lane to his right as wide as I-85, he keep going to the left. It looked like he
Yeah.
had tunnel vision. Like he couldn't see anything else. But as you see, Hubbard, Trimble, they stayed after every practice working on the jug machine. But you could tell in week 2, I'm sorry, not week 2. You could tell in his second year, in year 2 for Chuba, that he had worked on the
Right.
offseason at being a better pass catcher. And it
Yeah.
showed. My hope for them is um the offensive line will be better for them, especially on short yardage. I can't count the amount of times last year where we had 4th and 1, I would say 3rd and 1, third and less than 1. And what seemed like plays was like, okay, cool, we'll be able to pick up that first down. And next thing you know, it's 4th down and we're punting the ball because Chuba, Miles, whoever it was, ran into a brick wall. And for me, that's why when the Carter was saying about Dylan Johnson, I'm not sorry about Mike Boone. I was
Right.
hoping they kept Dylan Johnson because Dylan Johnson was kind of that bigger back. And you
Right.
saw it on that touchdown he had on the last play versus the Jets. He met a man at the line of scrimmage, shook him off, and then carried a couple people into the end zone. Because and this is just my opinion. In Sanders, Blackshear, and Mike Boone, now don't get me Panther Nation for saying this, but I'm gonna say it. And sometimes I feel like it's the same type of running back. You know what I mean? And Chuba, Chuba is Chuba. He's a bigger back, but I don't think Chuba is that big, bruising back where you have that
Right.
that 1-2 combination like we used to have with like D'Angelo and Jonathan Stewart. I forgot what they
Right.
called them. What was their nickname?
Thunder and lightning. Thunder and
Something
lightning.
like okay, yeah. Because I think they used to call him what they said. They tried smash and dash, and then old buddy from I forgot who said that they stole their name. What's the running back that used to play for? He went to college at USC. I forgot his name, but they were like, yeah, that's our nickname or something like that. But yeah, but that's my thoughts on the on the running backs. But and I will say this as well, okay? I want them to go back and look at some of the tape from Raheem Blackshear because I do feel like he has the ability to be an explosive player, given the right type of play call, as we saw a couple times last year. Because what game was it? Was it the Houston game where he had that touchdown? They got called back. I think it was Icky who got called for holding or something. So
Yeah.
double trouble. Thank you. Double
Double
trouble.
trouble, yeah.
Double trouble. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Because they tried to say smash and dash, but I can't remember my man name from USC. And they said him. It said him and I can see his face. I can't think of his name. They were talking about it. They made a joke about it, talking about some copyright and infringement or something like that. It was another duo in the league at the time, and I'll look it up. I'll look it up. I'll leave it in the comment after
You
we
talking
get off of
about
here.
Lindell White?
Lindell White. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Whoever he was playing with, they said that they already had that nickname of Smash and Dash. Yes.
Oh,
That
okay.
yeah. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I,
But
I want to ask you.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead. No,
Tony.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No. I'm done. Go
No,
ahead.
I'm gonna ask you one question before we move on from the running backs.
Mhm.
We both wanted Dylan Johnson to come back, and I don't know if there's a chance of that happening. But there is a running back out there that used to play for us that we were definitely upset when they released him. What about Deontay Foreman? What if the Panthers brought Deontay Foreman back?
That's I wouldn't be mad at it. I'm not even gonna lie, I wouldn't be. But is he hurt or he just got released?
No, he just got released. He got released.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Put me on the record. I would not be mad if they
Yeah.
brought back down to Foreman, but I think it's highly unlikely because we're waiting on Jonathan Brooks to come back. Blackshear is already going to be our kick returner, well, punt returner, maybe kick returner, depending on how that works. So one of these guys will have to go. Sanders is not going anywhere because that would be too much of a cap hit. And everybody that wants Sanders to go, yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, we do not have the space to take that cap hit right now, so he's not going anywhere.
Yeah. That's
But
true.
I would love for
That's true.
Foreman to come back, but I think it's highly unlikely that it happened.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there.
Okay. Cool. Appreciate it. All right. Anything else on the running backs?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Cool bean. All righty. Here we go. Here we go. This Tony's favorite subject right here, dog. The tight ends. Okay. So we only kept 3 tight ends. And if I'm not mistaken, we did not bring any tight end back to the practice squad just yet. There's still 7 more spots left on the practice squad. Okay. And I'm going to say this: Ian Thomas is still on this team because it does not make sense to cut him as far as the cap space goes either. Okay. The amount of cap space that we have right now, it would be a dumb move to cut Ian Thomas. He would cost us too much dead money. Okay. And that's my spiel on Ian Thomas. Go ahead, Tony.
This Mo Frackett right here, man.
Mo
This,
Frackett.
I can't.
Oh, Matthews. I'm sorry. Matthews. My bad, everybody. Matthews. I'm sorry. Jordan Matthews. My bad. Practice
Yeah.
squad.
So Jordan Matthews need to be where Ian Thomas is. Listen, I'm not gonna say high hopes, but there was a lot of hope for Ian Thomas when we drafted him out of Indiana. That he was a developmental project back then. Um, Ian Thomas is one of those guys where he has not developed, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
He has not developed to the point to where I feel like he is worthy of a roster spot.
We did, Brad. My
He's
bad.
not a good, huh?
I'm sorry. I was saying. Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead. Don't mind me. Go ahead.
He's definitely not a threat in the receiving game. He's average in the run blocking. Somebody mentioned earlier, and I've seen the comment 2 or 3 times that he's our best blocking tight end. In my opinion, no, he's not. Tommy Tremble is our best blocking tight end.
Tony, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, yeah. Like we talk about other players at other positions. Prime example, TMJ.
Mm-hmm.
TMJ got waived. Like like it, so I know people have said that Ian Thomas contract is hindering him for being released. If y'all go back and look at Ian Thomas only making 1.6, $1.7 million this year.
Mm-hmm.
He is not counting that much against dead money or against the salary cap. It's not like he's counting 5, 10, or 20 million. They
Mm-hmm.
can easily eat that. That to me that would be no problem. Okay, in my opinion, the way that Dave Canales uses the tight ends, the way they used them in Seattle, the way that they used them in Tampa Bay, and Thomas doesn't fit that equation. You know what I mean? He
Mm-hmm.
doesn't. Now you say that they want to talk about run the ball, run the ball. Yes, we're going to run the ball, but look, yes, yes, Will makes my damn stomach turn. Yes, yes, it does.
Hold
But
on.
in Thomas to me, don't what?
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Keep going. I was just talking. I'm about to pull up the cap number
Um,
real quick.
yeah. I mean, whatever the cap number is not nothing of significance that it would just like cripple the team. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, 3.7 million. I mean, that's nothing. That's nothing. There were there.
Ah.
I mean, really, honestly and truly, it's really not. It's really not. So here's the thing about the cap: you have to be out of the red by a certain time and date, right? So say that day was yesterday. You could turn right around the next day and be in the red.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as long as you're not in the red by a certain date. New Orleans do it seem like every damn year.
Mm-hmm.
Miami does it. Um, I mean, there are teams that have cap hits all the doggone time. My only thing with Ian Thomas is the production doesn't match what you're paying for him and
Mm-hmm.
what the cap hit could be. What really messed it up is when they gave Ian Thomas that extension and he was making 6.5 million a year. And CJ,
Yeah.
you and I both was like, why in the hell they do something like that? He's not
Facts.
worth $6.5 million a year, especially when there were other tight ends that who I deemed better than him that was
Mm-hmm.
out on the market at that time and actually signed for less.
Okay.
So
Hey,
listen,
now hold on. I don't know if I said this, Will, but thank you for another $5 super chat, man. We appreciate you.
appreciate that, Will.
Hey, but hold on, but Tony, now that's okay. Now what Revolutionary Poetry said right here, $3.7 million cap hit. Our cap space as of right now is $6.9 million. Okay,
Okay,
that's half our cap we're gonna waste on Ian Thomas.
okay.
And
So
hold on,
if
and look at this right here. Hold on, what did the card say? Said 3.7 kept us from signing Gilly.
but okay, so here's the other thing about that though.
Mm-hmm.
You could
Talk to
take a
me.
say you took a $3.7 million cap hit and we let Ian Thomas go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't you still restructure Taylor Moton contract and get 6.5 million?
Let me tell you. At this point, they are not going to restructure Taylor Moton contract.
But I'm
We have
saying
we've
they
been
could
mentioning
have.
we have been
Yeah.
mentioning that since the end of the season. The end of the season. I guarantee you, Tony, if they wanted to do that, if that was an option that was on the table, they would have done it by now. I'm
Mm.
sorry. I honestly believe they went to Taylor Moton and they looked at him and he just turned around before they could say one word. Absolutely not. And he kept on doing what he was doing. If they was going to restructure Taylor Moton, they would have been done it by now. You know, because you brought
One
in
thing
Brant
I
Tillis. He's supposed to be the contract
yeah.
guru. Don't you think that's probably one of the first things he would have said? Like, hey, what are we going to do? But we got this contract, Taylor. But yeah, he said no. Okay, cool. We got to move on to the
Yeah.
next one.
Yeah.
You know what
It,
I mean?
yeah. Ian Thomas Ian Thomas to me is just one of those people where the talent doesn't match the production doesn't match the numbers
Mm-hmm.
that you're paying him, and he's taking up a roster spot that you can really use for somebody else. Just 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 compare him to Jordan Matthews right now. Jordan Matthews, in my opinion, is worth more than than Ian Thomas is right now, and he's
Look at
going to make
Paul.
substantially less
Mm-hmm.
than Ian Thomas.
Look at Paul comment. Let me tell you, I will bring back
Giovanni Ricci,
Giovanni Richie in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. That was my guy right there. Richie, fullback, tight end, great hands. Yeah,
yeah.
I'd bring him back in the heartbeat. But go
Hold
ahead,
on,
man.
here's you, my boy. What's going on, man? Thank you for
Hey,
the
what's
like
going
and
on?
subscribe and
You my
subscribe.
boy Blue. What's up, dog?
Yeah, you, my boy Blue. Appreciate you, my guy.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Welcome to the family.
Yes, sir. Two fans.
All right, go ahead, CJ.
But yeah, but now that's just my thought. I know Paul was saying that. Hold on, let me go back up to okay. He said Trimble is a move blocker and not the inline tight end blocker that Thomas is. Trimble only goes about 235 pounds. But in Canales' scheme, you know,
A
I think
move blocker.
I think
Yes,
that
go
might
ahead.
be enough. I think that might be enough
Yes,
because if that was, something that if he really needed that Ian Thomas type, then we wouldn't have. I don't think we would have drafted Jatavian Sanders. You see what I'm saying? So
exactly. Because him and Tommy Trimmer are pretty much the same type
just about the same.
of tight end. But I push back on Paul. I still believe that Tommy Trimble is a better blocker than Ian Thomas, whether it's in line or
Mm-hmm.
move blocker or whatnot. I think he's a better overall player at the tight end position than Ian
Mm-hmm.
Thomas. I'm gonna stand
Hey,
on that one.
and you know what? And nothing against Ian Thomas personally. He's a good dude. Signed my helmet back here and everything. But yeah, we just talking about on the field. Said once you subscribe, we have to jump you in. Don't fight back.
The f- the,
Look,
the
hold on.
card,
Look, man. Let me say this ain't no college fraternity.
yeah, man.
But hold on. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. Better than that. 30 for 30 on Ian Thomas. Have we got there, Panther Nation? Have we? This is where
Hey,
we at
because
now.
I'm listen. I'm telling you, there's some things that we don't know. We need some investigative reporting done. That there's just some things
Uh,
we don't know, dog. He has
oh
he
god.
has withstood the test of time of
Yes.
3 regimes, y'all. Three
Yes.
regimes. Come
Yeah.
on now.
Yeah. His blocking is not that good, y'all. Okay, so Paul said Jay Matthews is a slot tight end wide receiver and not a true inline tight end, so not an apples to apples comparison. Yeah, yeah, I
Well,
give you that with
yeah,
Matthews. I give you that one. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Give you that with Matthews. I would never compare him to Matthews. I'm talking about
Yeah.
Tommy Tremble. Because Jordan
Mm-hmm.
Matthews was yes, like you said, he was a wide receiver that was converted to tight end in the NFL.
Yo, let me
Yes,
tell you.
Sakari.
Let me tell you. Hey, you my boy Blue. Hey, I like you already. These hands are rated E for everybody. Damn it, man.
Shots fired. Shots fired,
Yo,
Sakari.
yo, my God.
Yeah,
Hey,
Sakari.
hold on.
Shots
Hey,
fired.
let me tell you. Hey, my talent manager over here said that's going on a shirt. These hands are rated E for everybody. Bruh, yo. Okay,
That
yes.
was right on time right there.
Yes.
That
Yo.
was right
Hey,
on
you my
time.
boy Blue. Hey, you my boy. I appreciate that. That is a good one. Okay. But yeah, so I mean it is what it is with the tight ends. Um, but I all in all, I do think that we have a solid room as long as Ian Thomas is not doing any more tight end screens and stuff like that. I do think Jatavion Sanders is going to be somebody who really, towards the end of the season gets into his own and starts to shine. And then you have Tommy Tremble, who, like I said, I think he has steadily improved year after year. But I think they all can flourish. Well, Trimble and Sanders, and maybe Thomas, depending on the right situation, right play call, whatever's going around. But I think that they will get I think that Canales will use these tight ends a lot more than we have seen our tight ends being used in the past. Okay,
Mm,
so
I agree
that's
with
my
that.
thought on the tight end. Yeah.
I agree with that.
All right. So let's go to the defensive line. Nothing, to be honest with you, nothing really surprised me here.
Yeah.
I honestly thought for a second that Crumedy was in danger of not making the roster, but we see he's here. And I also thought that LeBron Ray might have been cut for TJ Smith.
For
So
TJ
yeah,
Smith, yeah.
for TJ
Yeah.
Smith. But TJ Smith ended up making the practice squad. So there's that. And nothing against LeBron Ray. I think he played great last year. I really do. But I thought for a hot second, he might have been on the chopping block in favor of TJ Smith. But tell me what you think about the defensive line.
No surprise, like you said, no surprise here. All these guys played in the system last year. Ashawn Robinson played in the system with Ivero with the Rams. So I think this was more or less that it was a scheme fit. Like these guys all know the scheme. So I think that's important to have when you're talking about the trenches on the offense or defensive
Mm-hmm.
side.
Yeah.
Crummy is going to be a nice piece that's going to be developed. And I'm glad to finally see that we are keeping 6 defensive linemen instead of just 4. You know what I'm saying? Because the trenches
Mm-hmm.
is where it's at. If you can't win in the trenches, you can't win a game.
Yeah. Now we did keep 5 last year. It was Brown, Tuttle, Deshaun Williams, Ray and Thurman. So we did keep 5 last year, but they're keeping 6. And
Mhm.
don't I would say this. I wouldn't sleep on Jaden Crumedy. If he can get healthy, I think
Right,
he might be somebody that'll sneak up on you. He had some really good tape at his Senior Bowl practice, against Andrew Ram. And on the flip side of that, Andrew Ram had a couple of really good reps against Crumedy too. But I think because he was hurt. I think he got hurt in the first preseason game. So I'm going to assume that they believe that he'll be ready to go before game 1. Other than that, they probably
right.
would have put him on the pup list, or I don't know if they would, because he was a 6th round pick. I don't know if they would have they
Who's
would
that?
have risked
Crumity?
Crumedy, because Smith Wade was the 5th round pick. Yeah, Crumedy was a sixth
Yeah.
round pick. So I don't know if they would risk trying to let him go and making it to the practice squad or whatever. So I'm going to assume that he'll be ready to go for week 1, and we'll see how it goes from there. All right.
Okay.
You see, Paul said, I was hoping the Panthers would claim edge Julian Okwara,
Okara. Yeah.
who the Eagles released yesterday. Oh, okay. And I saw that name mentioned on Twitter as well. Well, hey, I'm gonna tell you one thing about this group. I promise you, there have been a lot of names that people have thrown out. Hey, this person's getting released. This person's getting released. This person's getting released. And I guarantee you, the Panthers said we're good, and they haven't got any of them, because we were talking about that earlier,
Hmm.
Tony. And we'll talk about that when we get to the outside linebackers. Okay. But you
Okay.
got
All
anything
right.
else on the defensive line?
No, sir.
Shockwave 43 said, "How much is our kicker asking for?" I don't know, but he ain't. Look. Let me not bring him up. The car gonna have a whole fit here in a second, but I don't know. I don't know.
Oh God.
Okay, outside linebackers, and I will start this off with saying that Canales said today that the starting spot opposite of Jadeveon Clowney is up
Yes, it is.
for grabs. Okay, so I
Yes.
got starters up here, and I meant to take that off and slide Johnson over and put starter next to Clowney, but I was in a rush. But so Johnson, Chason, Leota. I don't know if Jamie Sheriff can come in and do anything right now, but as far as that starting outside linebacker spot, it's a 3-man race right now. So what you think about that, Tom?
Yeah, I think it's just like Dave Canales said. You know, the starting position opposite of Clowney is up for grabs. Just like we was talking about um for months that the starting position opposite of JC Horn is up for grabs.
Mm-hmm.
Uh I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I hope Kaylavon Chason steps up to the plate and
Mm-hmm.
can provide some pass rushing ability off the edge. DJ Johnson seems more like he can set the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing that he did at Oregon. He's a good edge setter, but getting after the quarterback is not a specialty of his. And you have seen that since he's been at Carolina. I think he did get a sack
Mm-hmm.
in the last preseason game against Buffalo, but
He
we're
did.
talking about against third stringers. Okay,
Yeah.
so we have to keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Leota is just a steady presence. You know, he's that steady backup if you need in a pinch. I don't think he's somebody that's going to just crack the lineup and just become a overnight sensation or a starter for us. And I don't know much or anything about Jamie Sheriff. I think he went to Alabama State. I think he
Southern Alabama, I think.
did he go to Southern? Are you sure?
It,
Was
it
it
was
was Southern?
Alabama something. It was Alabama something.
Okay.
Yeah.
South,
Well,
South Alabama. South Alabama. I
okay,
think it was
gotcha.
South
Yeah.
Alabama. Yeah.
One of them Bamas. Yeah.
Um. Yeah. But yeah, man. So I don't. Yeah, I hope that Warnham and Amari Barno can come back after week 4 and provide some much needed not depth, but some explosiveness to this outside linebacker position because right now Clowney is all that we got at that position.
Yeah. And you know what? And who was it? Nakari said we got a mandate for no Clemson players because why KJ? And we talked about this earlier, Tony. We were surprised that they didn't at least try and bring KJ Henry in,
Or Andre
defensive,
Carter.
or Andre Carter. And I think who mentioned him in the chat? James mentioned him in the chat. Andre
Where?
Carter.
Oh, okay.
Because my thing is this. Okay, my thing is this right now, as this sits right here on this screen, this is last year all over again right now. Okay, we
Right.
have Clowney, and not saying that, and I'm not saying that Clowney is just as good as Brian Burns, or saying that Clowney is bad or anything of that nature. But this is last year all over again. We have one person on one side who that the fan base is like, okay, cool, we got him. We think he's going to be reliable. He's going to go out there and get pressure. And then there's everybody else. Okay? Because
Hmm.
again, we brought in what's a man named Justin Houston. Justin Houston last year. Everybody got all excited. Justin Houston played about what 6.5 minutes, and they never heard from him again. And it
Yeah.
was Brian Burns against the world out there. And right now, I see the same situation going on here. It's just going to be Jadeveon Clowney and everybody else until until we see it out on the field. That's what a lot of people think is, and what our thing has been. We're waiting to see it because it right now it just doesn't look it doesn't look great to me. It doesn't look
Right.
great. And if I can give them a failing grade on one position, I would say it would have to be outside linebacker, outside of Jadeveon Clowney. Now, mind you, they did
Right.
go get DJ Woonham. Okay, they did go get DJ Woonham. DJ Woonham is hurt. He is hurt. He is going to miss the start of the season. But they got Caleb Chase on. Okay, we got Echo Leota. But I do think there were some options out there that they should have at least kicked the can on, brought them in, and saw what might the possibilities be. So, yeah.
Right. Right.
So, but we'll
Yeah.
see.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. Anything else on the outside linebackers?
No. No. Diggy
No.
did ask, do
Oh,
we know anything about Sheriff? What's the 411? I don't know much about him.
I don't either. Steve mentioned earlier that he lives in Washington State and that the Seattle fans are highly upset that they let Sheriff go and we claimed him. Sheriff and that they traded Mike Jackson for Michael Barrett. So
Right.
right now that's
And who
that's
they
the only thing I
released?
know. Hmm?
Who they released? They released Michael Barrett. Michael Barrett got waived in Seattle.
Oh,
Yep.
oh damn. Oh, they got absolutely nothing out of that. Damn. Oh wow, I
Yes,
did not
sir.
know that. Okay. Yeah. Let me tell you, when I say I've been busy the last 2 days, look, if it wasn't for Doug and Tony, I wouldn't be paying attention to nothing. But let me tell you, hey, brother been working. I got a few days off, and it seemed like everything hit me at work yesterday and the day before. So I appreciate Doug and Tony.
Run through some of those comments real quick. Or they coming in hot and heavy.
Okay, all right, let's go through the comments. Let me see. All right, let me see. Derek 90 said we still waiting on DJ
What's going
Johnson.
on, Derek?
Yeah, how you
Yeah,
doing?
we
Yeah,
still waiting
we
on them.
still we still waiting on him. Shotway, Andrew Carter second. Yeah, that's my man that came out of Army, right, Tony?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he was drafted last year, right? Or year before.
The year before, he had to
Okay,
get that special waiver uh
that's
to
right.
delay his military service. It got
Mm,
denied. They
mm,
appealed it. It went up
yeah.
to the um went up to the higher ups. Lord Austin approved it.
Mm,
Andre Carter now is in NFL.
okay.
Yeah.
Making True Money said Sheriff had 3 sacks this preseason. Oh, okay. All right,
Okay.
cool. Let me see. Chason and DJ Johnson are not consistent pass rushers. Paul, I agree. That is a fact.
Yeah, I
The
agree with
only
that.
the only hope that I have for Caleb Chason is the fact that maybe that he's back in a 3-4 defense like he was in college at LSU. Hopefully we can see something out of, but that's really the only thing I got to go on right now is just a little bit of hope, because when he went to
Right.
Jacksonville, he's been in the 4-3 the last 3 years. So maybe this switch
Yeah.
back to a 3-4 will help him out. But again, we got to see it. Okay. Austin Wright said South Alabama. Okay, gotcha. Let me
Right.
see. James said Clowney going to get double teamed all year, and that's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried
Yeah.
about, especially until Woonham comes back, because I like the Amari Barno project, but yeah, Barno seems to be really good on special teams, and it's like Matt Rule brought in a lot of players with the hope of a like certain trait they
He was
had.
speed. Speed.
Yes,
He was
everything was
trying to build
speed.
a damn track team. Yeah.
Yes, thank you,
Everything was
Tony.
speed.
Everything was speed. Let me tell you, if I could have got out there and ran a 4.9 or something, maybe he'd put me on the team too.
Said
4.9 for my
he
old
said
ass is probably moving it. You know what I mean? So hey.
4-9.
Hey,
Wow.
maybe I could at least been water boy or something, equipment manager, something.
Yeah.
But yeah, but
But
I digress. Go ahead.
I forgot what I was gonna say, man. You caught me off guard with that 4-9. Like, dang.
Oh
Oh
man.
god.
Yeah,
All right.
but yeah, I think the nothing against Amari Barno, nothing against Amari, but I think the Amari Barno project is it's
That's
probably
what it
gonna come
was.
to an end. Yeah, go ahead.
That upset me because we drafted Amari Barno, I think a year or 2 years after we got Brian Burns. Yeah, after
Mm-hmm.
we got Brian Burns. And one of the first things I said when we got Amari Barno that he was Brian Burns 2.0. Same
Mm-hmm.
height, same build, damn near almost the same weight that Brian Burns was when he came out of Florida State. I said the
Yeah.
only thing that Amari Barno had over Brian Burns was he was faster than Brian Burns. You know,
Yeah.
Amari Barno came out of Virginia Tech, ran like a 4.36 40.
Mm-hmm.
And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, if you're going to beef him up, if he's going to be productive, and if you can help him translate that speed to power, one he needs to put on some more weight. You know, he needs to work on his power rushing skills, but none of that has translated. Nothing, he
Yes.
has done none of that. Every year, Amara Barno still looks the same. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like you can see when guys come into training camp and things like that, if they've been working on their body, you know, they done got bigger, you know, the legs got a little bigger, things like that. He still looked the same. He still looked the same. Um, so yeah, I don't know with Amar Barno. He can't stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? So it is
Let
what it
me
is.
let me tell you, nothing against Amari Barno, but he still looked like he's still about as big as a McDonald's French fry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He is.
At least with Brian Burns. Brian Burns came in the league about the same size, as a McDonald's French fry, but he put on weight. Burns developed a bit of a bull rush, okay, because he
Right.
wasn't just speed. He got to the point where if he got that offensive tackle off balance, he could push him into the backfield into the quarterback and get a sack. He developed a spin move. That spin move it's a good one. We seen him this preseason. And they showed tape of him up there with the Giants. And we seen it here in
Right.
Carolina. But
Right.
Barno has always, to me, been if he can beat the tackle, off the line and get up under him, up on their shoulder and get around him. That's really kind of the only way he was making any, getting
Right.
any pressure. And it was almost like he was a special teams experiment too. It's like, okay, this dude is this big and he runs the 4-3. He gonna beat the ball down there to the kick return. He gonna be waiting to tackle him. And I know
Yeah.
that's crazy talk, but it just, to me, that's what it seemed like it was. It's like he was destined to be on special team.
But if you go back and watch some of his highlight tapes when he was at Virginia Tech, all his rushes were speed rushes. All his sacks came at the speed rushes. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? It's good that you can have or that you can run a 4.3 and be 6'5", 6'6", 245 pounds. That's excellent if you're on special teams. That's great. When he got moved to special teams, you had him on one side and Sam Franklin on the other. But you can't stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
can't stay healthy. So that's a mute point at this point in time. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you're a
Mm-hmm.
one trick pony, but you can't stay healthy for that one trick, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it
Yeah.
is. And you're
Rule
right,
built the
James.
college
Rule built the
team.
college team. Yep,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, Jay Grizzly. Hey, that was Phil Snow and his scheme. Yes. Yes, that's right. That's
Mm-hmm.
right. All right, let me see. Chad Howe. I think we're going to be getting pressure up the middle with Brown and Robinson. And that is true because here's the thing: if Brown and Ashawn can get some pressure up the middle, and not necessarily getting a bunch of sacks, but if they can push the opposing quarterback's pocket, if we can do to opposing quarterbacks what they did to our guards last year and our quarterback Bryce Young, I think we'll be okay. Because the thing was, Shy Tuttle, that's another one. How is he gonna hold up this year? Is he gonna be any better with the both of them on either side of him? We'll see. But yeah, let me see.
Yeah,
What did Nick say? Not NFL team. That Barno ran a 4.38.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Say you can run it 4-3, but you can't set the edge. You're useless. Hey,
Facts.
hey.
Facts.
Okay, cool. Well, let's go ahead and go to inside linebacker. Okay. And to be honest with you, nothing new here to talk about much. We got Josie and Shaq gonna be our starters. Claudin Shirellis and Trevin
Trevor
Wallace are
Wallace.
gonna be the backups. And we signed what's my man name? Radigan. I forgot his first name that damn fast.
Was it John? Oh, I
I
got
think
it right
John.
here.
Okay. I swear I forgot his first name that fast.
Oh, I thought I had it here.
Well,
Oh, this
Radigan.
practice.
So
Yeah,
he
Radigan.
was with the Seahawks. Okay. I would say this, like I said about Tavian Sanders. Watch Trevin Wallace. Okay. Watch Trevin Wallace. I pray. I pray to the good Lord above that Josie Jewell and Shaq Thompson can have healthy, productive seasons. Keyword, both of them, healthy and productive seasons, and let Trevin Wallace sit back there and learn, and take his time and be able to see what they're doing. But in the event that one of them goes down, if that happens, I hope it doesn't. I do believe Trevin Wallace will come in and be a serviceable backup because you have seen flashes in the preseason. Okay. You've seen flashes. When he decides to plant his foot and take off to go after somebody, he's gone. All right. Now he did miss that one
Right.
tackle on that touchdown. I forgot what my man name was, but hopefully they can coach him out of that because that was always our big knock with Shaq Thompson. Shaq Thompson, to us, was always a good linebacker, but it's just like in certain situations, you see Shaq Thompson like he's trying to make a hit stick
Shoulder
tackle.
tackle.
Yeah. It's like he's trying to hit the
Shoulder
hit stick
tackle.
on Madden or something. And then next thing you know, he's down on the ground and the running back's like, all right, bro, peace out. I'll holler at you when I get this end zone.
Yeah.
But yeah, no surprises here. What you think, Tony?
No surprises here. And I like what Paul just said here at the bottom. No, at the bottom.
Oh,
Well,
hold on. I
here
gotta
it
scroll
is.
down.
Here it is right here.
Gotcha.
Because when you think about it, if you really listen to Shaq talk over the past year or two,
Hmm.
it's almost like he's ready to ride off into the sunset. It's like I'm going
Hmm.
to milk these last couple years as much as
Yeah.
I can, but I think he's starting to see the writing on the wall. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
I think he probably has other plans, other things he may want to do outside of football, and the way that his contract extension is set up,
Mhm.
you know, and Trevin Wallace is going to be his understudy. I think you'll see Trevin Wallace in that starting lineup in 2025.
Hey, look at this one. Okay, now I gotta defend my cousin because my wife is on the other side of this wall, and for the longest time, I said the same thing. I said mute point instead of moot. Okay, and let me tell you, when I say she picked at me for the longest time, so it might be a country thing. We cousins, we related. Okay, but
Yeah,
you know what we're talking
it
about,
is.
Nakari.
It is what it is. Right.
Hey, look, hold on. The car said, Doug, watch her videos with her. Look, Doug's still in the chat. He tells I'm chilling in the car. Say I'm out throwing with baby chilling. So she watching her videos.
Thriving. What is
I
thriving?
don't know. I don't know. I was gonna read over that one and do this right here. I'm gonna keep on going.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Let me see. Jay Grilly said Brown commands a double team. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Colts releasing edge rusher today. Jan who? Hold on. Is somebody else coming?
I don't know.
I guess it's not Yannick Ngakwe. He was with the was he with the Colts? I forgot who he was with.
Yannick Ngakwe?
Mm,
Yeah, Yannick. I think the last team he was with was Baltimore. But
yeah.
Yannick Ngakwe, hey, listen, if we can't afford to get Yannick Ngakwe,
Mm,
then how can we afford? I'm sorry, if we can't
Gilmore.
afford get rid of Ian Thomas, we damn
Mhm.
sure can't afford to sign Yannick Ngakoue because
Yeah,
he ain't coming in for cheap.
it's true. Jay Issue said cap. Well, cap it what, Jay Issue? I must have missed it. Let me see. Trevor Wallace will get on the field as a rookie, no doubt. Okay.
Yeah,
Said he wants to retire at Panther. I guess think about Shaq. And the thing is,
yeah,
I think
I
Shaq is
believe
what,
it.
30? You know,
Yeah,
it's
and
not
he's
like
not
he's
old.
yeah, he's not old. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Shaq watching too much Thomas Davis film with the man tackles. He ain't TD.
hey,
He on the rocking chair tour, my bad. Said Wallace gonna be that dude. Hey, I hope so. I hope so. He said, me and X said related, dog. I'm country too. I was
oh
scared to
my
ask
God.
what throtting was. It sounds unholy. uh Trotting. Okay, trotting. Yeah.
Nelson said he must be texting and
Doug must be
driving.
texting and driving. Hey, we apologize, y'all. I know we get on tangents with these comments.
Oh
We sorry.
God.
We sorry. Paul says Shaq will
Uh,
probably announce Panthers games on local radio TV as Mike Rucker is getting a little long in the tooth. Okay, gotcha.
yeah.
Man. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on to. All right. So here's another interesting one. Okay. So we have J.C. Horn, Michael Jackson, Troy Hill, what's a man named Keenan Isaac, Shao Smith Wade, I forgot my man's name, Bartholomew, and Castro Fields. Okay. So, so. And I said this earlier. There is a theme. There is a theme. Let me see. Oh, Jay said Shaq's career is just like JJ. He's just there. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. So there is a theme with all the players that were released and the players that were brought in. Everybody released was under 6 foot. Everybody brought in was 6'1" or taller. Okay. So if
Hey,
there was ever a situation where it was like, Evero bought, they had a type that they were looking for. All these receivers are taller than what we had. What's up, Tony?
hey, all them look like they just took their prison photos.
Oh God, yo, you know what? I can't with you, man. I mean it's I mean it's they all look very unhappy except for J.C. Horn. J.C. Horn is the only one that's smiling.
Oh
The
God.
only one. Yeah. I'm not gonna say what you said, but none of them look very happy. None of them. None of them look
Oh my
very happy.
God.
Oh my God. But
Oh.
yes, Austin said, hold on. Let me go. Scar said Bartholomew had 3 other teams place claims on him. That's a good sign. And you know what? And Canales said that they didn't know anything about him until joint practice. And when when he showed up at joint practice, that's when he stood out to him. Oh Lord, I know what I'm going timeout. Yes, exactly. Cut your camera off and yeah, cut your camera off and step out the booth for a minute.
Hey, Q know exactly what I'm talking about.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. God Almighty. I knew that's what you was cracking up at. You couldn't help it.
Oh God.
Oh, so Austin Wright said 6'1" and up cornerbacks. Yes, everybody they brought in
Yes.
is today is 6'1"
Yes.
or taller. Let me see.
Yeah.
Wet Willie. I think that's I said it. Isn't Smith Wade like 5 cents? Yes. Okay. So the only
He is.
people, the only people on this list right here who are under 6 foot, Troy Hill is I think it's 5'11" and Smith Wade is 5'10". Okay. But
Yeah.
DiCaprio, Jameson, they were all like I think 5'9" and 5'10".
But what I want people to uh
Yes, Paul.
try to
Yes,
understand
Paul.
about with Smith Wade, like we just drafted him this year and he's
Mm-hmm.
gonna bring a different
Yeah, Nick. Mm-hmm.
he's versatile. He can play
Yeah.
inside and outside. I think these longer corners are all guys that can really play on the outside and provide adequate depth. I think Isaac, he's like 6'2". I've seen some people say, I let my cornerback, uh, 6'2". Some say 6'3". Um, Hill, Troy Hill is another one. Like Troy Hill is not like 6 feet. I think he's more like 5'10", 5'11". But you
I
talking
think
about
he's
the inside,
5'11". Yeah.
that inside nickel corner. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, just from what we saw with the cornerbacks that we had throughout training camp, I was hoping and praying that we would upgrade the cornerback position because outside of JC Horn, I think we talked about this a number of times, CJ. If something was to happen to JC Horn again, good knock on wood that it
Yes.
don't. But if it did, we will definitely be in a world of hurt. Now I feel
Mm-hmm.
more comfortable, even if you add some depth behind JC Horn and the other cornerback position with Mike Jackson. And so then don't forget we got Dane Jackson that'll be back um
Yes. Mm-hmm.
after week 4. So I feel a lot more better about the cornerback position after yesterday than I did previously.
Yeah. Hey, and look, Tony. Never said I thought the exact same thing.
Hey, hey,
Hey, okay, I ain't gonna lie. I'll indulge in this one a little bit. I think the worst one got to be Keenan Isaac. And let me tell you,
y-
his got to be the worst. Hold on, yeah, right here, Isaac. He's the worst one of them all. The worst one of
hey,
them all as far as
hey,
pitches go.
bruh, bruh, like he got some issues he's trying to work through. I don't know if we need to be worried about him. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
But now
let me
we
tell you,
we, we just clowning right now, man.
yeah,
We
but
clowning.
it does look like he is mad at somebody on the other side of that camera.
Oh, I like that right there. I like
What's
that,
up,
Paul. Josh Jobe,
Josh
the Eagles
Jobe?
released cornerback Josh Jobe. Hey,
Okay.
not saying that he could come, not saying that he would come in and be a starter because I don't think he would, but that would
Mm-hmm.
be some pretty good a depth piece added to the
Yeah.
cornerback room. So
Yeah.
like we've been saying, CJ. Me, you talk, we talk every day, um,
Mm-hmm.
behind the scenes and whatnot. The turning over the bottom half, like Chad was telling me. Oh my God, Slay.
Uh oh
He do
no, he
look
say he
like
look like
he
Melvin
do
from
look.
Baby Boy. Oh my god. Oh
Wow,
my god.
but you know what?
Go
I
ahead, Tony.
can't.
I'm sorry. I ain't gonna say nothing
I
else. I'm
can't.
sorry.
Wait a minute. Jake Grizzly said he need 3 numbers on his jersey.
Wow.
Oh my God. Hey, I don't know what I was talking. What was I saying?
I
What was
don't remember. I'm sorry.
I?
I don't remember. My
I don't
apologies.
remember. We can just go on, man, because
There. But again, Bartholomew caught their eyes at the joint practice. Castro Fields,
yeah,
first I've ever heard of him. But again, he's over 6'1". I think he's like
he
six
played at
three.
he played at Penn State with Joey Porter Jr.
Okay,
He's
gotcha.
long, fast.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's like 6'1", 6'2", 200 pounds. I think he ran like a 4.38 at the combine. Um, he can get a little too handsies, which
Mm-hmm.
at Penn State they teach their corners to be real aggressive. So there's some things there that you could probably work with. I don't know if he's a zone. I don't know if he played much zone at Penn State because I know they played a lot of man. You probably anybody with two first. So, you know, hey,
Oh
like
god.
you said, all the guys that we have brought in off waivers and signed recently outside of Shaw Smith Wade are 6'1" or taller. Excuse
Yep.
me.
Oh my goodness. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah,
boy,
I know we
y'all,
trying to bring
y'all.
y'all quality Panther
Yes,
content
Walt. Yes, Big Walt. They
and
wildin'. They wildin', man. They
no,
are
he
wildin'.
talking about us. He
Oh, you
talking
talking
about
about us?
me and you. He's talking about me and
Oh, my bad.
you. Oh, Joe
Yeah,
would be a good depth DB and special team and former Bama player who learned under Nick Saban.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Josh
Bartholomew
Jobe,
sound
yes,
like an old English farmer. Facts. Facts.
yes, he
Yes.
does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Doug said, yes, sir. See you, Tony. Congrats on 1.5K stream. Hey, okay. So we made the
Oh, we hit
1,500
1.5.
subscribers. I ain't even see it. Appreciate it, Doug. Hey,
Yeah,
okay.
appreciate that, Doug.
Let me stop and thank everybody. If you're new and you got us up to 1,500 subscribers, we greatly appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We would be nothing without y'all, and we appreciate all the love and support. All right, we
As
do.
as a
Appreciate you,
matter
Doug.
of As a matter of fact, because I
Go
did
ahead,
make
Tony.
this promise
Mm-hmm.
about a month ago. I said once we hit 1,500, we're going to do a giveaway, and I have some Galaxy Bud 2 earbuds here that we're going to do a giveaway now that
Okay.
we hit 1,500 subscribers. So I have to send these to you, CJ, so that we can get it out to
Okay.
whoever the winner of the giveaway is. So yes, 1,500 subscribers. We're gonna do a giveaway for the Galaxy Bud 2 earbuds.
Appreciate y'all. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
Hey,
appreciate
hey, thank you, Dig. I put a lot of work and effort in these, dog. I appreciate you. Thank you.
it. Yeah,
Let me
hey,
see.
he does. Let me tell you something. Cause I know I'm not gonna. Just know he's
Uh,
the king. He's the king of doing these slides.
oh,
I'm gonna leave it
thank you,
at
sir.
that.
I
Yeah,
appreciate you. I appreciate you.
yeah.
He said Jackson don't need a helmet. The QB room heard y'all talking about them and subscribe to y'all to keep track of y'all whereabouts. Hey, I ain't hard to find, play. I ain't hard to find. Hey,
I am.
long as
I'm
y'all perform
8,000
on the
miles
field.
away. Good luck.
Hey, Charlie,
Good
thank you
luck
for
with that
becoming a
one.
member fan level. We appreciate you, Charlie. Thank you, thank you,
Hey,
thank you.
appreciate you, Charlie.
Let me see.
Okay.
Shad and Dave brought. Hey, thank you. Hey, big shout out to PNP, man. Those are guys over there.
Appreciate
Hey,
you,
let me tell
Derek.
you, behind the scenes, those are some really good guys, really good to talk to. I picked Rashad's brain at training camp about a few things. I when we do certain things, I'm not gonna lie, I emulate them a lot at times. And it's all love. Love what they do over there. And shout out to them. Well, appreciate you, Derek 90. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Two fans got into some sticky icky before the show, apparently. Hey, you know what? Revolutionary Poetry? I'm running on fumes, dog. I promise you, I'm running on fumes. As soon as I hit that outro, I'm gonna click this button in this chair and I'm just gonna lay straight on back. Kick the feet out on my chair here. I'm just go to sleep. Hey, look, tell the
Yeah.
nigga to open the door for me. I'm out. I'm running on fumes.
Hey,
Hey,
Big Walk,
Big Walk.
appreciate it, my guy.
Hey, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank
That
you.
Bobby did. I need them buzz. Hey man, let me tell you. Hey, I got a pair in now. I love them.
Yeah, so
Love them.
we're gonna do the giveaway um Wednesday. We'll do the giveaway Wednesday. I'm gonna see if I can get these out and shipped to CJ
Okay.
before this weekend so he can he'll have them, and then we'll do the giveaway Wednesday. And yeah. So for the giveaway, oh, I meant to tell you, for the giveaway, you have to be subscribe to the channel.
Cool.
You have to be subscribed
There
to
we
the
go.
channel.
Hey,
Yeah.
Shockwave, appreciate you, big dog. Thank you, thank you, thank
Appreciate
you.
your shot, way.
Hey, Paul said, woohoo, free pizza, wings, and beer for everyone. Let me tell you, bro, if I could, I would. If I could, I would. Said Nick Gaskin said, yo, Bartholomew coverage grade 80 on PFF. Okay. Dude, that's not bad. Not
Yeah,
bad.
that's not bad.
We extra chaplain for the
He is not
QB.
he is not missing tonight.
He's not. He
Is
is
not-
not. QJ, he firing on all cylinders, dog.
oh my God. This
Hey, you got that right. So, hey, hold on. Now let me tell you a little story about Doug. There was one night we were working on some slides for our previous 2-night special that we had. And I was sitting in here in Canva and I was doing my little thing. I was doing. Doug sent me his slides. And I promise you, y'all, I hit the delete button on every single damn one of them slides. And I said, oh no. I said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Doug sent me them slides, and I was like, yeah, CJ. I was like, nope, you had to step your game up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They
promise
they
you,
do they do be going back and forth.
we be battling. I promise you, I had about 10 or so slides, and I had been working them things for a few hours. I deleted every last one of them and started over from scratch. So I
Yeah, I
appreciate you,
remember that.
Doug. Hey,
Yeah.
Doug is pretty damn good with them slides too. Hey, thank you, QJ. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it, my
Thank you.
guy.
All right. So let's let's not talk too much more about our QB.
Wait,
I mean
wait.
our
I
cornerbacks
got
here.
to show this one.
Go
I
ahead.
got to show. Keep no PG
Ah,
giving some.
no. Hey, look, not anymore. Not anymore. They gonna catch a couple
Oh
coming in the door,
God.
dog. No sir.
Oh God.
I'm gonna put them on the
Oh
injury
man.
reserve for the rest of the year.
Mm.
All right, let's move on, y'all. Okay,
What is that?
safeties.
What
Gosh, stupid. Oh my god, yo,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, I am in the UAE. No, they not giving the damn earbuds to everybody. I don't know what you're talking about, Dakari.
Hey, Bobby, this I saw when you guys had 200 plus. Hey, yeah, we appreciate you, man. We definitely
Hey, we
appreciate you,
appreciate
dog.
it, Bob.
You've been with us for a while, man. For a while.
Yes,
Thank you. We
sir.
definitely appreciate you. Definitely. Okay, so let's talk about the safeties. Now, this was one that kind of got me when they did the first cuts when they got down to 53, because a lot of Panther Nation was really championing for Monty Richardson to make the squad. He made the
I
squad.
was.
Okay. Yeah, I was too. He made the squad. Jamie Robinson has been slotted as the nickel cornerback this entire preseason. I thought it was a typo until I saw him out there on the field playing nickel corner. Okay. Demonte Richardson has been making plays all preseason. I mean, all training camp and during the preseason, because what you saw in that preseason game, excuse me, Demonte Richardson has been doing that in training camp as well. Okay, so it
Right.
wasn't just something that showed up in that one game. Jamie Robinson really wasn't doing a whole lot, until that preseason game versus, was it the Jets? Where he really went off. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. When we did our special the other night, I thought Jamie Robinson was going to be one of the ones who was at risk of getting cut. And
Me
not
too.
because I don't think he's a good player at all. I think Jamie Robinson is very serviceable, but I thought that Demonte Richardson, outplayed him so far in camp in this preseason. So when they let
I
go
agree.
of Demonte, and then Jamie still hit, I ain't gonna lie, that kind of shocked me. But in all in all, I'm not mad at Robinson being on the squad. I just kind of thought he wasn't going to be. I thought he might be a candidate to jump back on the practice squad. But Xavier Woods, Jordan Fuller, I think that's going to be a good combo at the safety spot for us. Nick Scott is back up. Said, man, Robinson been getting roasted like cinnamon toast crunch.
Hey, Bobby, don't do that. I like cinnamon toast crunch. Don't do that, man. don't do
Well, I
that.
mean, hey, he did have that. He had that good game
Yeah.
against the Jets. But to be honest with you, that's really all I saw of him in camp and in the preseason. So, you
Right.
know,
Yeah. Hey, Shock. Yeah, I see that Carl Lawson was released by the Cowboys, but we had
mm,
him a couple weeks ago when we signed Kimoko Toure, and Carl
mm,
Lawson came in, but
mm,
we didn't sign him. So I don't think there's much there as some people may think, because there's a reason why we didn't sign him when he came, and then when he got to Dallas, I don't think he lasted a week, maybe a week in Dallas, and now he's back on the streets again. So
okay,
obviously there's something there that
mm,
we're not seeing.
okay. Hey, Paul said, give away a Coca jersey. Hey, you know what? We might never know. We'll see. We'll see. All right. But yeah, I think the safety room will be solid. What's my man name that just coming in that you said can be he can play safety and corner?
Lonnie Johnson Jr.
Lonnie Johnson Jr. Okay. Lonnie
Yeah.
Johnson Jr. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
He
you
he
said
was they was go ahead.
you said the plan was to put him on the practice squad, but make him available for week 1, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's that hybrid. He can play safety and corner. Big guy. He's like 6'1", 6'2", like 205 pounds. Yeah.
Hey, he's still firing, dog. He hitting.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I got you. I got you. See, I got them hot things if you need it. Hey, and for those of you that did not know, came home one day and the police chopper was circling around my neighborhood and right over my house. And so I called my wife and I said, "Hey, when you're on your way home, call me." I said they're looking for somebody and they must be close. So got home and lo and behold, whoever they was looking for, once the chopper left, they found their way out in my shed. Okay, sitting in here, they took my Panthers training camp shirt, had it on, put my wife's slippers on. They tried to change their clothes. They threw their old clothes in one of my drawers over here, and was about to walk out of here with my hoodie on, my UNC Charlotte hoodie on. So when everybody's mentioned that was the story. The
hmm
shed was left unlocked by mistake. And so they must have jumped our fence because they couldn't have come through the front yard because all of our vehicles were there. So, but for anybody wondering, that's the story of what Dig keep talking about easy pickings for me. Let me see. Lonnie Johnson sound like he tell you need a new carburetor. Oh God. You know what? Okay. All right.
Oh God.
Lord have mercy. Okay. Those are safeties. Okay, and here is Nakari's favorite Carolina Panther. Okay,
I
so
wish you could have made Eddie Pinero face just big for just for Nakari. He made it slide just for Nakari.
hey, but no anything here. Pinero's the kicker, Hecker's the punter, and Jansen is the long snapper. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I think they may bring in a kicker to the practice squad? Probably.
I would love to
I
see it.
wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Eddie Pinero started missing some kicks after Mevis was released, and then he I guess tweaked his hamstring a little bit against Buffalo, and they say he's fine, but I wouldn't he need to hire this for homeland security. Hey man, y'all gonna leave our quarterbacks alone, man. Hey, they just
Hey,
out here trying to play ball, dog.
Q betting 1,000, dog.
He
He
bet
can't.
he betting more than 1,000,
He
dog.
betting 1,000, dog.
Oh my god, yo. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh,
All right. But yeah, man.
all
Let me
right.
see. Cart talk is my shit.
Yeah,
With
yeah,
who is it? Johnny Hecker, right? He does, or is it JJ?
yeah. Johnny Hecker.
Okay, yes,
No, no,
yes.
no, no. That's yeah. Johnny Hecker. Yeah, Johnny Hecker.
Yeah,
I must
okay.
say.
Gotcha.
Is it? Is
One
it
of
Hecker or
them.
Jan?
It's
Yeah, it's
one of
Hecker.
them.
I think it's no. It's Jansen. JJ Jansen.
JJ. Okay,
Yeah,
JJ.
yeah. JJ. Yeah.
Oh, Noah Brown signed with Washington. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They said
Well,
the
y'all, that
Cowboys
is
signed Dalvin Cook today.
heading to the practice squad. Headed to the practice
Yeah,
squad. I thought that was interesting too. I was like, okay, all right,
but
cool.
he gonna be elevated. He's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
elevated for
Mm,
game one.
yeah. But not to talk about the Cowboys, but I don't know. I wonder if that might be an interesting 1-2 punch with him and Ezekiel Elliott if all the stars line up for them and everything works perfectly. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
hey, I digress. Let me talk about the Cowboys too. All right.
Right.
Let me see. But yeah, but that is our that's our 53-man roster. Not our 53-man roster, but our reaction to the 53-man roster and the subsequent changes that went about today, including the players that were signed to the practice squad. There were a
Right.
lot of interesting signings, a lot of interesting releases. Again, I hope that Jalen Coker can make it back to the practice squad. But yeah, but Tony, let me ask you this before we go.
Okay.
Winners and losers as far as our initial 53-man roster.
Mm. I would have said Jalen Coker until we waived him
Mm-hmm.
today. That would definitely have been my biggest winner. being an undrafted free agent and making it to the 53-man roster. The biggest loser,
Mhm.
Ian Thomas.
But he's still on the team, dog.
Yeah, but he's still a loser. Still, that's a loss. That's a loss in my book. The fact that he's still on the team is a loss. Yes,
Wow. Wow. Okay.
yes.
All
What you got?
right. Let me see. Biggest winner. I'm gonna go. Let me think here. Give me a hot second. I'm gonna go with a group. I'm gonna say biggest winner probably be the cornerback room. Okay, because
Mm,
they brought in
good choice.
they made it a point. They made it a point. They want to have that competition. There is enough of them there. There's enough of them there where he said, dang Tony. There's enough of them there where they're gonna be like, you know what, you're not doing what you need to do. We got somebody behind you. We're gonna bid you farewell and wish you luck wherever you go. So I do.
Right.
Biggest loser, I would say outside linebackers because I still don't think they've done enough. Okay, all right, okay. Good one, the card. Good one. I got you. I'm gonna get you back one day.
Uh,
But but yeah, the biggest loser probably the outside linebackers because I don't think they have done enough to address it,
yeah,
help it
I
out in
agree.
the meantime while we're waiting on a DJ Woonham to come back from injury. And then
I
and
agree.
I see what Doug said, Andrew Ram. Yes, yes. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna
Yeah,
lie. I'm happy Andrew Ram made it. And I saw enough of him during camp and in the preseason to feel like he would be a capable backup, but I
right.
do think that, I think it was necessary, okay? Because other than that, we would have had Austin Corbett, who's never taken a regular season snap at center, backed up by Brady Christensen, who's never taken a regular season snap at center. So I'm glad Andrew Ram came in and I'm glad he made it on the team. Okay. Let me see. Paul said out of 1,250 players released, only 30 players are claimed by other teams' active rosters. So fans always being worried about players being scooped up just does it bear out year after year. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Wait,
Hold on. What
wait a
uh,
minute.
what Chevy A say? See this should have listened to Luke and got that CPI security. Uh,
Hey, they own you, dog.
hey,
They are on you.
hey, hey, you know what? Hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. As much as I laugh and joke, hey, I'm not mad at the jokes, y'all. Y'all keep them coming. I appreciate you. From the pit. Oh
Sam Pinckney
no.
Jr. What's up, Mr.
Oh
Pinckney?
no. Kubi
He said,
went from the penthouse to the outhouse.
"Hey, no,
Wow.
I get what he said. No, he said we went to the penthouse from the outhouse. So
Oh, I'm
he's
sorry.
saying that
I
we
read that
upgraded.
wrong. My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
Okay, got you.
yeah. You're
Okay,
right,
my
Mr.
bad,
Pinckney.
Mr. Pink. My bad. I was sitting there like, dang.
Yeah,
Oh,
no doubt, no
hey,
doubt.
the cornerback cartel. Oh my god. That's a good one though. That's a good one.
Yeah, the QB
DJ
cartel.
Woonham won't be ready to late October at the earliest. Hasn't taken a practice snap since last November. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It might
Well,
be a minute
yeah.
before we see him. Mm-hmm.
Well, that so I can say that is I can say that is the same thing with Jonathan Brooks. They're both
Mm-hmm.
on the pup list. They both can come back after week 4 of the regular season, but
Yeah,
I don't think either one, especially Jonathan Brooks, is going to be ready until week 8 of the season
yeah.
to the pull
Okay.
up birthday fun. Pull up birthday.
Hey, look, Tony, and she's right. It's truth be told, we do have CPI. we actually do have CPI. Just not on the shed yet.
Facts.
Uh hold on, wait a minute. Oh no, you said Ian Thomas on his third set of me fair. All
I'm
right,
not.
okay. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Man.
Yo, hey. Cause it was a good one, man. Let me tell you,
Yeah,
I've
today was a
laughed
good
so
one,
much
man.
tonight. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank you to our third fan in the stand, our little cousin from the middle of the USA, Mr. Doug, for pulling up on us tonight. You know, hopefully, he has not been physically harmed since he got off of the live stream. He gonna get me for that one. Oh, I'm gonna FaceTime him tomorrow and make sure he ain't got no black eye or nothing. I'm sorry, Doug.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
you better
I'm
send.
sorry.
I send the Morse code to him and make sure you know whether he's in safe surroundings.
Yes, sir. Okay. But yeah, hey, but Tony, you got anything before we get up out of here, man?
Nah, hey, we greatly appreciate you guys getting us to 1,500 subscribers. We
Yes.
also see that we have 117 likes on YouTube. We greatly
Thank you.
appreciate that. That definitely
Thank
helped
you.
us with the algorithm. Tonight has definitely been a great live. Um, I can't wait to week one of the regular season.
Yes.
So definitely looking forward to that. Thank you to the 115 plus people that are also watching on Twitter, X, but we have coined the phrase for it as Twix.
Wix.
So that's what we're gonna stick with. So yeah, great. Thank you to the guys over at Twix as well. Hit that follow button for us over on Twix, and if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. So whenever we go live, you'll be made aware whenever we go live and drop new content. I know I kind of messed that up, but you got the point.
You good, cuz you good. But yeah, hey, we appreciate everybody pulling up tonight. We thank you again, like Tony said. You can find us at all social media at Two Fans in the Stands. You can find us over on Twix at Two Fans ITS right here. Yes, blink twice, Doug, if you're
I
okay.
had I had to
Blink
put that
twice.
up there.
Hey, let me see. Appreciate you, cha cha cha. Yes, y'all didn't know it's Virgo season,
Yeah,
and your boy's turning 42 on Friday. And thank you for all the love that everybody has shown me so far tonight. I greatly appreciate all of you. But yeah, man. Thank you. That's all. I can't say it enough. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for these great live streams we've been having lately. Thank you for getting us to 1,500
yeah,
subscribers. I just want to say y'all are the best. We have a lot of fun. This podcast is a lot of fun. I hope we can continue to grow and keep having this fun. And I thank everybody in the chat, everybody that makes this worth doing it. And yeah, thank you to my big headed cousin right here. I love you too, dog, and I appreciate you, man. Because if it wasn't for you, and look, if it wasn't for
no
you
doubt.
with this idea, we wouldn't even be here. So I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate you.
Already
All right, y'all.
appreciate you too,
Hey,
my guy.
but as always, everybody, if y'all don't know, I like to take y'all out with three things. Number one, y'all be good. Number two, y'all be safe. And number three, as it says right here on the inside the back of this Cam Newton jersey, hey, keep pounding, man. We'll see y'all. We out.